there it is. Oh, we don't have Scotty up on the big screen yet. Hold on. We're doing it. Hey, almost there. There he is. Look at that. Scotty, you could literally have said a second ago, I haven't even reached my final form. I don't know what kind of voice that was, but that was a good voice. I need to talk more like it feels like an Optimus Prime. I feel like I've got something there. Holy shit. I feel like I literally I don't think I've ever, it's never been this intense before. Yeah, I'm going to work on that one. I like that. Anyways, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Voice Acting 101, also known as the pre-show to the World's Okayest Gun Show. Here tonight, live on the tube. We're back here hanging out over on the tubes of you, broadcasting over there to broadcast the message of freedom here on Rumble and tell everybody that if you're watching on YouTube, you're doing what they want you to do. And
gay.
Yeah, kind of, just a little bit. So come on over to Rumble, where the freedom is free, and you can hang out here and say whatever the fuck you want because they don't care, and neither do I. Although I just can't repeat what you're saying because we are live on Twitch and the Tube tonight. Welcome to my friends over on X as well, and you fine human beings over on the Rumble side of chat. I do appreciate each and every single one of you. Welcome into the pre-show. We've got a fun one tonight. I haven't hit the official record button, which I'm about to do.
Yeah, special call out to a rare appearance in the chat. Like Kara.
Yeah.
How you doing, girl?
How you doing, homie? We have missed you greatly. Thanks for showing up over on the Rumble, supporting us like the true homegirl that you are. Folks, somehow, some way, we got him back. It's tricky, and we know it's taxing on the Yankee Marshal, but we did ask the Yankee Marshal to bridge the connection to the ethereal realm once again. We spoke to DeJesus, and he has assured us that Gaston Glock will be available this evening. If you guys are unfamiliar with all of these names, these are characters. We're about to do a bit tonight, and we're going to have a little bit of fun. So we ask that you enjoy yourselves and participate in that fun. As we send the bit live here. It's going to be about 15 minutes into the show, and we're going to have an ethereal afterlife interview with the man himself, Gaston Glock, and we're going to see exactly what he thinks about the new Gen 6. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the World's Okayest Gun Live show. You guys ready to do this, Scotty?
Let's do it, baby.
Goku, are we green across the board?
5 5.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Official professional face. What was that voice? Here we go. All right, Tundra Nation, we are live. Hey guys, welcome back to the show tonight, this afternoon, this evening, or this morning, or wherever you are in that beautiful, beautiful place that we call the Tundra Nation. Although, Scotty, I got to tell you, not so beautiful up here in the old moderately acceptable state of Minnesota. It's so cold, I think my testicles have decided to become one and join my belly button, man. It is wild how chilly it is up here. It's about to be 30 degrees below zero tomorrow, and I am just glad I'm in a basement. So, ladies and gentlemen, gun talk, gun news, interviews from beyond the grave with Gaston Glock himself, courtesy of the Yankee Marshal. Whole lot more coming your way on the World's Okayest Gun Live show. Thanks for tuning in. It's 9 p.m. Central. Do you know where your federal agent is? That's a good one, huh? That was a good one. Come on. Out of 10. How was that intro? Out of 10, I feel like I rode that wave. I feel like I rode that wave.
Thinking about that. Yeah, I'm going to be thinking about that later. That's so good. That's like,
I feel like I rode that wave. Somebody clip it.
There you go. Somebody please clip that.
Scotty, party on, Garth. How the fuck are you? I forgot to introduce you. This is I am Tundra, your host. This is our co-host, Scotty, with us as always. And party on, Garth. How the hell are you, Scotty?
Party on, Wayne. I'm doing
chills,
absolutely
man. That was
fantastic.
A solid intro. Like usually when I give a solid intro, we have a hell of a show.
It does seem to go that way. Yeah, no, I am surprised there's going to be right now. It's 55 degrees here. It's not bad.
That's honestly, I'm so jealous.
80-degree difference. 80-degree difference between, and I'm like, oh, it's a little tad cold.
You know what's great? You know what's great about this horrific state of Minnesota? Outside of the fact that we'll leave all the obvious stuff out. It's the temperature swings, Scott. because it's going to go from 30 degrees below zero to 30 degrees next week. I want you to count how many.
Still frozen. You're still frozen.
That's a 60-degree swing, and it's still frozen. That's how cold shit gets up here. Now, granted, it's not the coldest place in the United States, but let's just say this: we have earned the name Tundra Tactical. But yeah, we got a great one for you folks tonight. Thank you for tuning in. We're gonna talk to Scott here. We're gonna check in with our boy because you know what? Something that's important in a good friendship, in a good relationship in business, and great show content is to see what the hell has been going on in California and the gun world this week. Scotty, you teased something to me earlier in a picture or two, and thank you for that. It made my day. Secondly, underneath that in the text message, you talked about California having a big week in guns. Bring me into it, baby. Talk me through it, and then tell me about your week.
So, this is not brand new news, but it came out after our last show. So, California is so broke. It sounds like a California is so broke.
Y'all got some of that.
So
y'all got some of that homeless money, Joe Rogan. Y'all got some of that fire and flood damage money, Joe Rogan. I could do it for us too. I'm sorry, Scott. I'll shut up.
The greatest thing about having a deficit, fourth biggest economy in the world, by the way.
That's a real word.
Fourth biggest economy in the world. We have a deficit so bad that they have abandoned multiple gun bills because they can't afford to put them forward. So
you know what?
they have abandoned.
Scott, can you say that one more time, please? In set me up for it so I can knock the home run away. Go ahead one more time in 3.
We're so broke.
Hold on.
We can't afford.
Hold on. In 3, 2, 1, speed.
We are so broke, we can't afford new gun bills in California.
We did it, folks. We did it. It's like communism, right? Eventually, they just couldn't afford to keep up.
It's exactly like that. Little Ray Bean, how you doing, girl? Thanks for dropping by. We had multiple gun bills. I believe the big one was the 3 and 30 bill, which was supposed to replace the 1 gun in 30 days. That they said that was unconstitutional, so we'll give them 3 guns in 30 days. It was going to be a big skedaddle and multiple years fighting it again. And they said, well, you know what? We're too broke to do that. So among others, there's multiple out there. So they abandoned them off committee. And from what I've been told through other sources, primarily, I want to give a shout out to Copper Jacket TV. They're on YouTube. He gives really good updates on California.
We've run across them a couple of times.
Yeah. He's fantastic. He did a really good kind of brief video on all the different bills that have been abandoned. I don't think he got through them all. There were so many, and they just dropped them all. So, I mean, good Lord. That is, it feels so good. Now we can
Johnny's in the chat. Oh my God. I just saw it. And after 8 beers. Chex Mix is really fucking good. So, Scott, can I tell you a little inside baseball story here? So if you look at Twitch chat right now, the Bumby, Bumby's in the chat. So Bumby, former Air Force dude with me over in my time in South Carolina and in Korea. He's a bandmate of mine. So he shared in a lot of the stories that I've told you over the course of the years. And one of the very first songs that we wrote together was a party anthem, and like an acoustic party anthem, and it's called After 8 Beers. And what it is,
I believe you only teased me on this.
What it is,
you've never sang the song for me.
Yeah, well, it's the easiest song in the world to sing because it's meant to be sung as you're hammered, right?
As a group.
So all you have to remember, folks, is the words after 8 beers, Chex Mix is really fucking good. Hanging in the smoke pit with your boys. Oh, you wish you could. Okay? And then the next time we roll through it, you guys shout as we're doing the intro to the bit. You guys shout what we want to talk about next. No, you guys shout what we want to talk about next. So we talked about Chex Mix to start. Now you talk about hookers. I don't know. And I go, after 8 beers, hookers are really fucking good. Hanging at the smoke pit with your boys. Oh, you wish you could. And then the next,
Sharky smells like tuna.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we bring it back one day for in the honor of the legendary. It's great because when I say I'm a legend in Korea, I'm not lying. Like I signed autographs over there with John one time, but I did do it.
Hey,
so.
It counts. It still counts.
You want to talk about someone who's living in the past? That's me.
Well, I've got
what else been going on with you personally over there in holster land, Scotty? For those of you guys who don't know, my boy Scott, our co-host, legendary, extraordinaire, party animal, crazy person. He lives in California, yes, but he is also a legendarily cool holster maker. If you guys are in the market for a holster, they don't pay me to say this, but I do run them exclusively. Nope. Precision Holsters is going to be your next choice, or should be your next choice. Check them out. PrecisionHolsters.com. Code Tundra10 gets you 10% off of that order.
That's right.
And you get a holster that you can be proud to wear in public.
Absolutely.
I don't know why you wouldn't be proud to wear anybody else's holster in public, unless their name was Lucas Botkin. But you know,
well, they shouldn't know you're wearing it. But yeah, that's the point. No, thank you very much. Thank you. I got what I have for you, and I know you have some. We're going to get a little off gun topics for a moment here,
hey,
guys.
You know what? We talk about this all the time, ladies and gentlemen. We're effectively like a gun morning show. We talk about guns, but we stray. We tangent. We go on tangents from time to time, and sometimes we talk hockey. Sometimes we talk, I don't know, other wild shit. Deal with it.
So Tyler, I know you got hockey news. I want to know. You shut me down very quickly. We had. Did you get a chance to watch?
I did not. No, the alum game.
So they had the entire Shorzy, the actual team from Shorzy, played a game against the Bruins in a little.
So a lot of people don't know this, but the actors, quote unquote, for Shorzy, a vast majority of them are either professional or amateur league hockey players. They're legit like professional hockey players. So this is fun. They're not, NHLers always, but every single one of these guys, most of them have been, I shouldn't say every single one, but I think most of them have been paid at some point to play hockey.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's fun to see this.
It's pretty cool.
And it wasn't, by the way, it wasn't the Boston Bruins. I think it was a Boston Bruins alum game.
Yeah. Sorry, Bruins alumni.
10-inch cock right there. You love to see him.
So they played this game about a week or two ago, and they were just finally putting up videos of it. It's pretty fun.
Okay.
They had a really cool introduction. They introduced all the players, and they're giving them the full Shorzy treatment for all the player introductions. Oh my goodness, the one who are the marks? Who are the ones that are all the same name? There's a bunch of them. There's like 4 of them.
Scotty, I don't know what you're talking about right now.
Shorzy. Who's there's the whole group of them that are all the same name.
The gyms?
I can't remember
the gyms. Sorry.
So they just said the gyms, and all of them came out at once, and it's really fun. I haven't watched the entire game. There's just highlights of it, but it's out there and it's fun.
It's gonna be a shit show. It's gonna be a shit show, and it's gonna be done to the best of everyone's ability, and you love to see it, honestly.
But that was my guys.
If you're gonna tee it up for me like that, I got to talk about the NHL news of the fucking year that happened here. If you're a hockey fan, you already know what I'm going to talk about. I have already told you guys that I live in the state moderately acceptable to horribly acceptable, not acceptable at all, state of Minnesota. But what I haven't told you is that I'm also a massive hockey fan. You can't see behind me. It used to be angled that way so you could see it. But I have a bunch of, I'm a big memorabilia collector and card collector and all that stuff. So I adore hockey. It's the thing, it goes hockey, airplanes, it goes guns, airplanes, hockey for me. Pretty much in that order. And then I am autistically selective about all of the information that I know. Anyways, the Minnesota Wild effectively made the biggest trade in the history of the 25-year franchise. Yesterday, when they traded away effectively the entire future of the organization in one of the wildest trades that I never saw coming for a player by the name of Quinn goddamn Hughes. Now, if I am breaking this story to you, first of all, great, but weird place to learn this news. Second of all, if you're a Minnesota Wild fan, rejoice. You finally have a team. You finally have a team in Minnesota that is taking winning seriously. We locked Kirill down. we've got Boldy. We've got a team built around. We're literally putting together the best defensive team in the NHL. And it is not even close. If you look at our defensive roster right now with Hughes, Faber, Brodeen, Spurgeon, Bogo, and is it Hunt? I can't remember who our other guy is. Anyways, if you look at our defensive core right now, it's unstoppable. It's unstoppable, and it's actually generating offense. We have two of the best offensive defensemen now in the NHL. Quinn Hughes is widely regarded as a top 3 defenseman in the NHL. He, depending on who you ask, he could be considered the best. I would consider him probably the 3rd best in the NHL. So bye, Kara. Love you, dear. Dude, it's been a blur these last couple of days. Minnesota never makes moves like this. They never make interesting moves. That's why nobody remembers who they are. They don't make any waves in the industry, not in the industry, in the community, in the hockey community, in the NHL. And this year they've made 2 massive waves with signing Kirill Kaprizov to a record-breaking NHL contract, which to most of you will sound insanely low. Kirill Kaprizov is doing something, what is it, 18 mil a year or something like that? I can't remember exactly what it was off the top of my head, but that's the highest paid.
I'm not going to remember that.
That's the highest paid player in the NHL. Period. Dot. Full stop. And it's kind of not even close. So this is for the Wild, and the Wild are my favorite team in existence of any sport, period. For the Wild, this is a franchise move. The question will be, will they keep him for longer than a year and a half? Because his contract is up effectively. And both of his brothers, who are also unbelievable players, play in New Jersey. So there's a lot of rumors that he's just transitioning through here. Billy G, our general manager, Billy Guerin, is looking to lock him down, I think, full time. And I think the Minnesota Wild are going to be a big contender for the Stanley Cup this year. That's me being a homer. I understand that. And I understand that it is the most Minnesotan thing of all time to say, oh my God, look, the team finally did something I like. We're winning the cup. And then it's a first round exit. I get it. There's a history of data there that I'm just going to cross my fingers one more time, man. One more time. And then if they first round exit this year, I burn every Minnesota Wild piece of memorabilia that I have and I move to Florida.
Tyler's on his last legs on with the Wild. Oh no.
Welcome to the pitfall of being a Minnesota sports fan. You never have fun. Sports aren't entertaining for anyone out here. It's just like living in Minnesota. For a brief moment in time, Minnesota impresses you. For a brief moment in time, Minnesota says, look at all I have to offer. And then it crushes you. It takes you and it says, I've got you. And it says, I am going to separate every single muscle from every bone in your body. And I'm going to make it as painful as possible. And I'm going to make you watch. And I'm going to sometimes stop and go the other way and say, you know what? We can fix this. No, I'm going to take it all away from you. And I'm going to make you believe, and then I'm going to make you hurt. And then I'm going to make you believe, and then I'm going to make you hurt. And then I'm going to make you, and this has been going on for 25 fucking years, by the way, just as a heads up. Right. And then I'm going to make you believe, and then I'm going to make you hurt. And I'm going to make you really hurt. And then for like 3 years straight, we're going to be irrelevant. And then all of a sudden, out of fucking nowhere, we're going to be back on the map. And that's kind of where we are right now. So, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, there's a reason why I gave up on basketball because I had the Kings for a long time.
Okay, that's two. That too. Sorry for any of my basketball fans out there. I am a hockey fan by default. I genuinely don't have anything against basketball. I just have to hate it by default because it shares airtime with hockey.
Well, we had the Kings back in the early 2000s.
Circus, I love that name. Minnesota offers brother bangers like Elon Oma. I love it. Beautiful.
The best part, I can spot the exact moment I stopped loving basketball. I love playing basketball. I wasn't the tallest kid or whatever. I wasn't good at it, but I enjoyed playing it. So I started watching basketball. We had the Kings, and they got really good for a little while. And the moment I stopped watching basketball was when Mark Spivey got hit in the face by Kobe Bryant in the finals.
I'm sorry.
And he drew a foul.
I'm sorry. What the fuck did you just say? Go ahead and repeat that again. Who?
Spivey.
Like our guy?
No, different. Anyway, but Kobe hit him in the face with his elbow.
Okay. I thought you were talking about our Discord Spivey for a second. I was like, wait a second. I have met that guy. There is zero chance he John Stockton was small.
Spy
you didn't
Spy B, not Spy B. I know I kind of said Spivey, but Spy B. And Spibby, I don't know. The people pronounce his name different. But anyways,
Sergeant's
in the finals,
never know.
he gets elbowed in the face by Kobe Bryant, and Kobe Bryant gets to shoot a foul off of him because he elbowed him in the face, and they called it on Mark. And it was like, all right, I'm done. It was the most corrupt game I've ever seen. Never watched a single game after that.
There you go.
I won't
Scotty,
watch.
let's turn it over to the chat. We've got 3 very active chats tonight. Let's go say hi to some folks. I'm noticing quite a few new names and a lot of people chatting right now. Quick little shout out to a few legendary homies so that all of our chats know who's who and what's what. There's no confusion. G.I. Goku across all of your chats. That is your chief moderator. He is the homie that you do not want to make upsetty spaghetti. Please play nice if he asks you to play nice. He's not trying to be a dickhead. He's just trying to be kind of an even enforcer of the rules across the board. Don't make his job hard. He will not make you hard. Wait, maybe. I don't know. It depends on your thing, though.
Wow.
It depends on your thing. Like maybe he will. You never know. But don't make his job hard, and he won't make you look like an idiot when we have to ban you. So that's all I'm going to say about our moderators here. They're great. They're very lenient. We generally operate on the rule here. Keep it like 1980s PG-13 across the board, except my Rumble folks. I don't give a shit what you guys do. Go nuts. Have fun. If your message gets deleted, you know you went too far. But
glimpse of tits, maybe no nipple.
Yeah, like one tit, no nipple. And an F word, you know.
yeah. That's how we go with it.
That's kind of just our request.
We came up with that so long ago. That is such a great way to.
Though. You show one tit, and everyone's happy. I mean, honestly, I saw a tit that day, and I'm good. It makes me happy. Anyways, let's go to the chat. See who's all here, Scotty. Feed me some hangouts.
We gotta shout out Old Juice, who was number 1. He was in the waiting room, the first on Rumble.
Numero uno.
Yeah, we used to do this where we were. Yeah, Old Juice. What's up, baby? Thank you very much, guy. Gotta give you a shout out.
We do. It's almost like the Chicago Black Hawks. You got to kind of say Old Juice, so it doesn't sound like you're saying Old Jews. You know. the ground Jews. You gotta watch out for those fuckers. They're coming. Old Jews, same thing. We have Elijah Fire lighting up the Rumble chat as well. Thank you very much. My new favorite Rumble name is in the chat. I'm sure you'll know it when you see it.
Oh no, I'm probably gonna miss him.
No, you won't. It's not possible.
If not friend, why friend shaped?
That's such a good name.
That's my favorite so far.
That's such a good name too. By the way, mad respect to my homies out there who put in effort to their names to make them funny so that us streamers, when we're reading them out loud, get a good chuckle. Mad respect to you guys.
Mad respect. Daniel-y, we got a lot of chats in there on the YouTubes. Thank you very much, boy, for interacting. You got so many chats.
We got Ghost Shadow in there too, hanging out. That's a name I recognize. Ghost Shadow said, "Ever drink Sergeant's vodka from the Class 6 store?" I don't remember Sergeant's vodka back in my day. I don't know if that's a post 2010 thing or before 2010 thing or 11 thing. Excuse me. Let's see.
Nice. When you push that one,
14. Good. There we go. So, yeah, I do not remember. I wasn't a massive alcoholic in the military. I saved that till I started remembering my time in the military, and then I became a massive alcoholic. So,
see, that's the funny thing. I was 22 when I joined the military.
I was 17.
So I knew.
Yeah, I was 17. So a good chunk. Well, 18 when I got to basic, but
yeah. So yeah.
I didn't get as much drinking as everyone else did. I was young.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little different for me.
And we were right in the middle of fucking force reduction in the Air Force. So if you even farted in formation, you'd get kicked out of the Air Force.
Tisley, which tits we talking about?
Hey,
Bird
Randy,
or the
what's
organ?
up, buddy? How you doing, Don?
Love it, love it, love it. Let's see here. Hold on.
Who else you got? Okay,
man,
Scotty, I'm going to
this is
take over
tough
for
with
this
three
one. I got
chats.
Ty Durden, we got Scooby, we got Will. This is over on Twitch. Law 1300, Carolinian, all the classics out here. Ricky, my boy, my fellow hockey fan, was also commenting on the mini trade up here. So hopefully, Ricky, man, hopefully this is our year to finally break out of the first round and really make a meaningful push into the playoffs. But you guys over on Twitch, you guys are legends. You know, we've done this show for fucking, I don't know, we're coming up on our 500th episode or close to. I've been saying that for a while now. So
we're way past that. We're way past that.
You guys have seen them all pretty much since like episode like 200. So welcome on in for another one. Rumble's the newest place, and YouTube, you guys have been off the board for a while, not by design, by choice. YouTube hates the firearms industry, so I don't want to put content up there consistently anymore and reward them with ad revenue and ability for them to strip my channel of content and shut it down. So if you want to see us every single week and you miss the show or you miss the videos and things like that, it's still up over there on Rumble. There's still plenty of content. In fact, there's probably a year's worth of content that you haven't seen over on Rumble. Make sure to go check it out. Because that's where the heart of the show lies. That's where the future of the show lies. And in my opinion, that's where the future of the 2A industry should lie. There's a lot of hurdles to overcome, but I've had a fantastic year over there. Go ahead and spread the word on this. 13 million views in 12 months when you don't have fucking restrictions on what you need to say. Turns out people have a lot of fun. And a lot of them are new viewers that aren't necessarily looking for us for guns, which is great because also over on Rumble, you don't get isolated into your own tiny little niche corner into the internet. And anybody can find your content. It's fun. I'm having a great time. So come check it out. Yeah. Thank you to all of the chats tonight. Seriously, for tuning in, having a good time with us. Your boy out here struggling a little bit. The holidays are always a tough time for me. And
always.
It's been not the greatest week, but I'm pushing through. We're having a little bit of fun tonight. We're getting we're cutting loose, having an adult beverage or two that you can't see. Stream's still not sponsored by Northeast, but I do want to say to the fans out there,
or Natty Daddy,
that I appreciate you guys. This Saturday night show is kind of my, like, if I have a really shitty week or really difficult week, this is always my little safety net. And where I get to go to have a good time and watch Scott do drunk things and like look at me silly. So this always
go pirate.
Yeah, exactly. Yar, matey. Do ya be seeing two of me with the one eye? Anyways,
often yes.
Okay. So yeah, we just want to say thanks.
Babies.
We just want to say thanks for hanging out.
Absolutely.
If you like what you see, consider hitting the follow button. If you really like what we see or what you see and you think we earned it, maybe hit the sub button and help us out financially or toss a donation our way. The best way to support the channel here is to go on over to fattech.com and click the links there. There'll be links popping up all over the place. Go over to fattech.com, pick up one of the new patches. I got the hat on. I don't know if you can see it, but I got the hat on for this patch. And if you guys wanted to know, I've never been able to show it to you because I still haven't gotten mine from the initial order, but everybody can order these. These are in town now. Oh, who's that? Ty, I love you, buddy. Thank you very much. This is the size of the patch. Like, it is not insignificant. That's my hand. This is the size of that GTF patch. It's quite significant. And for $8, I think we got them on a pretty decent little discount. I'm not looking to make a ton of money off this. I'm trying to make some people laugh and then recover my cash in the investment. So have some fun.
Fun stuff.
Pick them up if you like to. If you don't, we won't ever put them out again. But these are officially the first two Tundra Tactical designs. So enjoy. And thank you for your support. We appreciate you, Ty. Thanks for those biddies, baby. That's another good way of doing it too. We have plenty of rewards if you look hard enough on Twitch on how to keep things entertaining, but we do thank you guys very much for the help. Scotty, are you ready to dive in? I'm feeling magical.
Oh, buddy, are we?
I'm feeling magical today, bud. How magical are you feeling? You feeling ready to get on the horn and summon up the Yankee Marshal here for us?
I think the Yankee Marshal might be at the end of his rope.
I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, wrong button. Sorry. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Scotty, we've got to talk to the big boy upstairs tonight. We're not talking about the G-O-D. We're talking about the G-L-O-C-K. Homie. That was a stretch. That's a stretch. I tried to have a cool introduction there. It almost hit. We're workshop that one.
The GLO. Just call him the GLO.
The glow. The glow.
Yeah, baby.
The glow. Never mind. Sorry. We got to talk to Gaston. Bring Yankee up on the screen so we can chat with him and get this thing rolling.
We give him a ring here. Let's okay, here comes
Yankee.
I got him on the line.
Yankee, are you there, sir? Hey, there he is.
Hey,
Yankee.
Tyler.
How we doing today, man? I hesitate to open any form of conversation with you to make it sound like I want to actually hear what your opinion is, but I feel very guilty if I don't at least try to see how you're doing before using you. So how you doing there, Yankee?
Hey, I just want to set this to the chat. Thank you all for being here. I'm not in great health, and I have something in my teeth right here. Hold on.
It's all right. It's oh dear God, what's happening?
It's stuck there.
Oh Lord, you know, Yankee, I wish next time you looked in a mirror before you came on, but that's great. That's great. We don't need you here for a ton of time. We gotta get in touch with the big guy. Can you put us in touch with Mr. Gaston Glock himself? We really got to talk about this Gen 6 situation.
All I gotta say before I summon the great Gaston is that revolvers are not obsolete. So thank you very much for letting me tell that to the chat, Tyler.
No problem. No problem.
I do appreciate.
Awesome. Outstanding.
Absolutely.
Hey, Yankee, like I said, man, this whole non-corporeal connection here, it's very fragile. So let's move it along and see if we can't get Gaston on.
Okay.
I'll come talk to you in another month, and we'll talk about food.
Sounds good, Tyler. I just want to everybody in the chat. Do it with me now. Annam Shiva. Annam Shiva.
Hum Shiva. Hum Shiva. Kalimal. Kalimal. Where's Gaston? Hey. How are you doing, my friend? It hasn't been that long, actually, but quick round of applause to the Yankee Marshal for sacrificing his dignity and soul once again to put us in touch with you. Gaston, how are you doing? And welcome back to the world's okayest gun show.
Hey, thank you, Tyler. I love being here with you.
I'm super pumped to have
that
you again,
Yankee
man.
Marshall guy, real weird, right?
He's weird. Does like an echo of him get stuck up there with you guys? Like, are you switching places and like DeJesus and Eugene Stoner and Kalashnikov and all those gun guys up in gun heaven? Do they have to deal with him while we're talking to you, or what's the deal? How's that work?
No, it's more like a pager goes off. We go like, well,
okay.
It's just it's like a forwarding call.
Is that kind of like your creative
we don't
use,
care about him.
Maybe your creative use of purgatory? That's just kind of where the Yankee Marshal goes. He just kind of hangs out there, and the best of the worst and the worst of the best, just kind of nothingness.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm all right with that. Strangely.
Yeah.
Strangely,
he's not coming up here to join us.
Not cool enough.
He's fucked himself.
Oof, unfortunate for that.
The first thing that gets you out of heading to the great heaven is being a FUD, and that dude's a FUD.
Big one. That is a big one. Well, hey, Gaston, partially thanks to your commitment to the bit, your appearances on the show, we got nominated for an award this year, dude. Did you know that?
No.
Yes, we did.
What kind of award?
Well, I
win awards all the time, but I love new ones.
You do, and hopefully you have a chance at winning another one. We got nominated in the Gundies.
Ooh.
Are you familiar with the Gundies, Gaston?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, so we got nominated for most entertaining content creator in the Gundies. So I don't know if you guys have an internet connection up in heaven or wherever you end up calling this place that you're at. But you can go to thegundies.com and vote twice a day for your boy Tundy and party. So I think voting ends in like 2 days too. So make sure you get it done quick. And if we get a top 5 nomination, Gaston, me and Cushion and one other person get flown out to Vegas for free to see if we won.
Ooh.
It's kind of dope,
You know,
man.
that
So thank you.
sounds
I wanted to say
excellent.
thanks. I wanted to say thanks for your participation in helping us secure that nomination again.
Thank you.
You're the
No,
best, dude.
I absolutely. I help you as best I can.
Well,
The only other award I could think of would be the Horsies, which would be about.
yeah, we don't. No, hold on. We don't need to talk about that.
It's about. Okay.
We don't need to talk about that.
No, yeah.
I have many burning questions for you. It has been, I don't know, once again, I don't know how much you can see, how much you keep in touch with, but I'm assuming you're keeping tabs on your company. And you guys know that out of fucking nowhere, the Glock Gen 6 has now made it to the open market. People are actually getting their hands on these things for the very first time. There are reviews starting to come out. There are a lot of wild things and wild claims being made about the standard at which Glock is testing these guns. How do you feel about the new Gen 6, Mr. Gaston Glock?
Well, first of all, I died inventing perfection.
Okay.
It did not need improvements.
Bold claim.
Gen 3, yes. Everything after inventing Gen 3 was just polishing your Volkswagen. It was perfect.
It was perfection. I guess I'm assuming that's then where the Glock perfection slogan came from.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Does it seem odd to you that you say after Gen 3, Glock perfection was effectively invented, yet you continue to iterate and add features to the perfect gun? What's your take on this?
Look, everybody wants improvements. They want changes. They want to argue about it on the internet. It's just marketing. We keep it going. It's no problems. But
fair enough.
Look, I made when I first made Glock, the goal was simple: make gun go bang.
Hey, you know
every
that's
time
that's a good
mud,
thing.
snow. Yes. Even in bed, Austrian coffee, it will not hurt the Glocks. It just no soul, no romance, no excuses.
What you're saying is you guys were all business back in the day.
It's how it's. Look, you go this long, 40 years, guns still go bang. You can't fight that.
I mean, you're not. Excuse me. You're not wrong at all, Glock. I mean, Glock has designed intentionally a reputation of almost an infallible nature. It's a gun that almost is too engineered to fail at this point. And I take a bit of an issue, I suppose, with your statement of Glock perfection and then iterating on perfection. I don't know why you would change perfection to modernize with the times if it's perfect. That being said, what do you think of these new features? These things like the new triggers, the changes to the gun to make it less switch acceptable. I know we kind of covered that in our last interview with you. By the way, if you guys want to see our last interview with Gaston Glock, go check it out. I'll post up a video of it right here or somewhere in a description somewhere. Check around. You'll see a link to it. Glock, give us the 30,000 foot on this one. What do you think of the new features on the Gen 6?
Look, all they did was add more parts. I spent my life removing parts. I am so hunting someone over this.
I honestly
Optics
think
cut
you should.
from the factory. Yeah. When we started, soldiers aimed with their eyeballs. Now you need a little glass window and glowing dots. No. Fine.
Are you saying,
bullshit.
Hold on, this is something right here, Gaston. You're making some wild claims. Are you saying that people are soft today because they didn't dedicate their lives to learning iron sights and those shitty plastic Glock U-shaped things that you put out?
Look, fine. If it helps you hit things faster while wearing your PJs at the range, I approve. The next feature we're going to add is a module that allows for Bitcoin farming. If that's what you want, fine. It's no skin off my back.
Damn
but
it,
the gun
Gaston.
works.
How do you always know just what I want in a gun? A Bitcoin farm is exactly what I was talking about. Oh my God. I gotta take a second. Give me the Bitcoin. I didn't read that.
Hold on. I get a sip of beer here.
Take it away, Glock. What do you drink up there in heaven when you're drinking? What do they have?
Nectar of the gods.
What is it?
Just the best.
What brand? What kind of brand?
Well, I've got natty daddies. If you can see through my mouth hole.
Nice, natty daddies up in the up at the pearly gates, huh?
Yes, it's cheap and delicious, and it'll fuck you up, son.
What does Mikhail think about that one? What does Kalashnikov think about that one?
Oh, he's with those Mormon dudes. They don't drink shit. They're pussies.
So he's
Milk
so
for
against
them.
just ripping the beers that he just goes to hangs out. Yeah, wow, he goes and hangs out with the Mormons.
I think he's sipping in the back, but he doesn't do it in public.
All right, well, fair enough. Gaston, we're talking about the features. You know, there's a lot of new stuff. There's a lot of crazy things involved in the new Glock. And I think from the surface, the easiest one to identify and the easiest way to identify a Gen 6 Glock versus a Gen 5 or previous, that new grip texture. What happened there? It's so wildly different from the standard the standard kind of visual presentation that Glock is known for. Not only do they have things like an aggressive bi-materialed what's the word I'm looking for? Like an aggressive bi-materialed stippling and frame of the gun, but you guys have done stuff like add a gas pedal inherent to the integrated is the word I'm looking for into the frame. What's going on here? Talk to me about these grip texture things first. I really want to know what the opinion is. Do we like it? Do we hate it? You're looking up there. What do we got?
It's not the part of the perfection. Look, we've added grooves, we've taken away grooves, we added this, we added that, we've taken away. You know, in my day, if the grip hurt your hand, that meant you were holding it correctly.
Ooh, no pain, no gain then.
You can add the back straps, 12 different back straps. Sounds like something you'd find at a BDSM party.
Ooh.
But okay, whatever. Sounds like you're just a wuss. Aggressive in my day, the grip felt like a damp brick. You learned to hold it properly.
I would say, would you classify it really as like the walk to school, you're going uphill both ways, and you're fighting alligators on the way, puts hair on your chest, things like that?
Look, it builds character.
Yeah,
character build. In 1982, we called this one size fits hand. You take it or you leave it. Fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. One size fits or you don't. I like it. I like it, Glock. See,
there you go.
That's honestly what I appreciated about the old Glocks. There was no apology. There was no, I guess the word we've used lately is capitulation. There was no care about where the features were or were not in previous Glocks. It always felt like a roll of the dice. Every single generation, when we got the next announcement, were they going to add finger grooves or were they going to subtract finger grooves? And if they had the finger grooves, were they going to add front serrations or rear serrations? What kind of serrations? Are they vertical? Are they slanted? There have been so many minor engineering differences. Do you feel, Glock, that you're narrowing in on that idea again of perfection? Do you think that eventually you guys will find it like you did with the Gen 3s? Or is it all just a futile pursuit?
Look, right now I'm considering a lawsuit against PDP and several other companies for traveling into the future and stealing our modern perfected designs. This is all just preordained. This is the way it's supposed to be, and it will never get any better.
Well, all right, let's hit you with the next one. We'll keep this one nice, straight, and simple. What are your thoughts on the new Glock trigger? A lot of people love that trigger feel. A lot of people hate the trigger on a Glock. Do you think that there is a difference here? Do you think that there's a tangible difference that you can feel? Or are we talking...
I think it's...
Go ahead.
I think the new trigger is disgusting.
Ooh, hot take.
It's gross. Yes, a Glock trigger should feel like dragging cinder blocks through legal paperwork. I had divorces that are smoother than this, and it grosses me out. The finish is tougher, the trigger is smoother, and the internet is still angry. Who gives a fuck?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess at this point we do understand that there is no point in trying to make the internet happy with a firearms release. You kind of just got to go with what you want, or go with what you want and hope that the people accept it or hope that the people like it. I know that for you, Gaston, the legacy of your company has been a bit of a target recently of, the target has been you guys aren't doing enough to hold firm and stay steady in the way of advancing rights due to the resistance of pressures from like California and a lot of the other states that have been suing you guys. So would you approve of this? Would you approve of the Gen 6 and its distribution? That's not a real word. Distribution to the world right now. Would you approve of the Glock Gen 6?
Look, you can change springs, coatings, tolerances. You can make it more expensive or cheaper. But tell me, does it run after being dropped in sand, neglected for 10 years, and lubricated with horse cum? Probably not. Hey, are you never that?
He's gone off the rails, ladies and gentlemen.
Look, the only thing that matters, gun goes bang. That's what I approve of.
Fair point. We'll give that one to you. Just let's leave the horse stuff out of it, okay? I know you want to try to advertise that business still. We're gonna let that one be. Save it for a different stream on a different platform, okay?
Okay, you pussies.
Oh, don't. I mean, you know, Gaston. We've been having a good. I know you like to get spicy, but let's rein it in. I'm just kidding. Go nuts. It's more entertaining.
Okay, sorry.
The spicier you get.
I need. Look, I've been up here in heaven. I'm a little restrained, so when I get a chance on the stream, I like to cut loose. I apologize.
And you know what? I've got to remember that too. So I'm gonna give you a wide berth. I'm gonna let you play around a little bit and have some fun. Talk to me about your thoughts on optics ready slides and the new system. Well, quote unquote new. Smith & Wesson fans are looking at this like, wait a minute. What do you think on the new reverse plate system that they have, or universal plate system, however they're doing it? Look it up. It's wild if you don't know what I'm talking about. But Gaston, your thoughts?
Look, gun still sounds like stapler full of destiny. It's fine. We've been doing this for years. We introduced the MOS slide years ago.
Did you call it the stapler of destiny? Or stapler full of destiny?
Rack this slide in your Glock. Tell me it doesn't sound like a stapler full of destiny.
I am not going to lie to you. I've never thought of it like a stapler full of destiny. However, I think myself and every single person who is going to listen to this part of the show now will. I think you might have just might have done something there, Glock. So well done. Good for you. I don't have the.
You're welcome.
I don't have the button up. Go ahead.
That's a behind the scenes memo. A lot of our guns, we refer to them. Yes.
Fair enough. You got any advice, like just general advice for the Glock fans out there that are weathering the storm? Some people love it. Some people hate it. I know one of your best friends and biggest advocates, James Reeves, is all about this Gen 6 and where they're going. So what do you have for the advice of the standard Glock fan?
Ooh, well, you know, I think, you know, you need to stop asking for perfection. I already made it. You need to stop repainting them and arguing about the internet on the internet like goblins.
Wait, so you're saying I can't buy a Radian Afterjet or Afterburner and Ramjet anymore? Are you saying I shouldn't do that?
Look, it wasn't supposed to evolve. It was supposed to end the conversation.
Oh boy.
That was the end of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gaston, do you need a glass of water? You need a fiver to take a break?
Yeah.
Go catch one of those heavenly natty daddies and come chat with me here in just a second. Catch yourself a little bit of a breather. Mr. Glock, thank you. You have been known for your we'll call it your, not stability, what's the word I'm looking for? Your consistency throughout your leadership at Glock. Glock did some wild shit. You know, you got the horse cum business, you got the guns. You're kind of a legend in Austria. That's a tough country to be popular in, and a difficult crowd to go up against for popularity. I mean, you got Arnold and you got the other guy,
Mustache Man.
Yeah, you got the other guy. So you know, how does it feel being in that elite club? I'm calling an audible here, and I'm going to give this one to you. So. You know, Arnold and the other guy are on your shoulders, and you're in the middle. How does it feel to be part of the elite club of Austrians?
Look, only one of them brought real guns to America. The other one's just a bunch of creatine and steroids. So I think
which one?
I went out. You pick.
Interchangeable, really. Arnold and Hitler, really the same. You know, that's a joke, Arnold. By the way, I know he's litigious. That is absolutely a joke.
Well, you know, he's almost as old as I am.
I might have to have you talk your fellow Austrian down if it comes to it there, Gaston. Could you imagine, Gaston, could you imagine a world where I'm being sued by Arnold Schwarzenegger for saying what I just said, which, of course, to cover my own butt is a joke. But if I do get sued and I go to court, I am 100% calling you as my witness. And I'm not kidding. Imagine.
Yes.
Imagine the national goddamn news this would be. Local Minnesotan YouTuber trolls Arnold in court. I'd lose all my money, but I'd immediately gain all of it back from the media exposure. So it might be a play.
Unfortunately, the only way I can show up in court is if you get the Yankee Marshal there to help you do a live seance.
That is easily the easiest part of this equation. All right, Gaston,
yes,
you still got a couple more questions in you? You still got a couple more questions in you?
Yeah,
buddy?
let's go.
All right, well,
100%.
We've talked about advice. We've talked about your ideas on the optics ready slides. We talked about your thoughts on the trigger, general features, grip textures, all of that stuff. Show me your face when you saw the Gen 6 for the first time. Go. Yeah, that's okay. Honestly, accurate. For those who can't see, because I just realized that this is also an audio program in podcast, he's making a goofy face. Look up a picture of Gaston Glock right now, and then pretend like he's having a confused boner, and then that's what's happening on screen right now. Yeah, exactly. Like, the only challenge is his mouth is moving in the opposite direction of his face existing, which is also the funniest part of this whole forever.
Look, the producer from heaven to the stream forgot to reverse the camera.
The Jesus forgot to hit the invert button.
It's fine.
By the way, also, are we ever going to get to talk to the Jesus again, or is he kind of just off doing space drugs or something?
He's a bit camera shy. We'll get him on here eventually.
Let him know that we want him back. He was entertaining the last time we had him on, and he has an open invite to the show. How do you feel about another quick question here for you before we wrap up?
Let's go.
Kind of move on. Okay, so we talked about all of the fun stuff. Let's go and get to some fan opinion. Some people say the Gen 6 feels more refined than the Gen 3, 4, or 5. I would like to hear your thoughts there, Mr. Gaston. I think I know where you're going with this, but some say the Gen 6 feels a little bit more refined. Do you take issue with that, considering you were the mastermind behind the initial wave of Glock perfection? How do you improve? How do you refine? Thank you. How do you refine perfection?
Look, all I got to say is I died for this. I crossed the veil, and first thing I see is extra accelerations and a price hike.
I mean, it does seem conveniently timed. Like right after your influence has completely left the company, the Gen 3 in its glory kind of gets cast to the wayside, and they completely reinvent the wheel.
Look, if I had a chance and they offered these improvements to me before it went out, I would have stared dead-eyed into the engineer's face until he cried himself to sleep.
All righty. Oh, closing question for you here, Mr. Gaston. Let's see if I can find it. You know what? We'll do two more. I'm gonna get one for the classic Glock fans out here, like yourself, right? What are your thoughts? What are your advice to Glock collectors out there? Glock collectors, couple down.
Look, I don't want Glock fans. I want Glock disciples. You bought 7 identical pistols and call it a collection? I built 1 gun. People have a problem.
Fair point. He's
You
direct,
only needed
ladies and
1.
gentlemen. He's very direct. He says you only needed 1. That's what I talked over. I apologize. All right. Well, Gaston,
okay.
I know that right at about that 30 to 40 minute mark, the connection starts to get a little hazy. So we're going to send you. Yep, I know. I knew it was going to happen. We're going to send you off into the great beyond here and let you be non-corporeal once again. I thank you for your time, buddy. And I hope that soon we get some more Glock news, maybe from SHOT Show. We'll call on you once again and we'll bring you into the Glock booth and show you. Oh my God, that's actually a great bit. Maybe
unless
we should
there's
do
gun
that.
bunnies, don't bother.
I'm sure Glock will bring gun bunnies this year. They're always known for their extravagance and their wild decision making, right?
Call me when there's gun bunnies, and I will be there, Tyler. It's always an honor talking to you.
You as well, my friend.
Let's see if we can find a different channel other than that weirdo Yankee Marshall, though.
We might have to. We might have to.
We'll
see. It's always fun, though. I mean, you got to think, the devil, we know where he's at.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Thank
put
you,
your
Tyler.
hands together there for Gaston Glock as we wait for Scotty to come back up on the screen. Gaston, thank you very much. And Scotty, there he is, man. Scotty, I want to say, first of all, you sacrifice a lot for this show, and I appreciate you taking a backseat role for a little bit of time as we chat with some of the bigger and more influential members of the firearms community, past and present, to include folks like Gaston Glock. So, Scott, you're a true sport, man. And I really appreciate you. Can you keep the chat going while I drain the main vein here?
Absolutely.
Because I really got to pee.
Absolutely.
Thanks. I'll be right back.
I only regret that I can't talk with Gaston. It's a shame. One day, maybe one of these days, I'll be able to hang out and talk to Gaston at one point. Just dangle a revolver in front of the Yankee Marshal and he'll do anything. Thank you, Law. I appreciate that. Did Gaston just clown on my existence? I don't think so. I'm also here for the gun bunnies. Yes. Gaston, if anything, loves his gun bunnies and his ladies. Glock saves the Keltec development powder budget for strippers. Pretty much. That's what I've heard. If you've ever read, the Gaston has a biography. Well, I guess it's not an autobiography. It was written by somebody else, but he was involved in writing it. It's a pretty good biography. You haven't read it. It's a fantastic book. It's not that long. You can get it on Audible as a oh my God, I forgot audiobook. What else we got? I heard the Yankee Marshal is collecting footage and evidence. Oh no. What have you heard, Uncle Cushion? If there was a court case and we actually had to bring the Yankee Marshal in and we made a total farce of it and just took the L for the bit. Oh, good Lord. If there wasn't that much money on the line, that would be the ultimate skit of all time. It's the biography perfected. Thank you, Cat Milk. That is fucking perfect.
What did I come back to?
That primo. Cat Milk nailed it. I was talking about that there is the it's not an autobiography, it's a biography about Glock, Gaston Glock. And it's a really good book you can get on audiobook. And Cat Milk says it's the biography perfected. So
Scotty, I gotta give you a round of applause. If you guys can't figure it out, Scotty does the voice for Gaston and Yankee, right? I'm just connecting the dots for some people. There are some, we're not all winners. Sometimes people gotta color and crayon. Some people are Marines. It's just, you gotta deal with it. So Scotty is the voice, and I want to say, Scotty, well done, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
I hope that those bits continue. Because regardless of what people may or may not think about it, I love that is genuinely my favorite character that you do outside the only bit you've ever done. And this is kind of how I want to transition into the second half of the show here. Normally how we do it, folks, is we'll do either gun news or a bit for the first hour. And we'll do another game or something like that for the second hour. But I want to keep chatting tonight. We've got a lot of new folks.
I got some stuff to chat about.
Yeah, we got a lot. Well, I want to kind of give the chat the keys and just say, or the wheel.
Let's go.
And see what they want to talk about tonight. There are quite a few people across all of the chats talking. There is a lot of fine folks here hanging out. and I want to see what they got to say. So if you guys have something that you'd like us to chat about, go ahead and put it up in the chats. My homie Goku, GI Goku, will kind of troll through, and he will figure out what he likes the best. He'll feed them up to Scott, and Scotty will ask some questions, and we'll try to talk about some stuff tonight.
Absolutely.
So keep the conversation rolling, keep the topics going, and we will have plenty of stuff to talk about if we die off, and we got nothing else to go over. Fine, that's cool. We'll call it then, and we'll move on. But it can be about anything.
Well,
you want to talk guns, talk guns. If you want to talk about old school stuff, talk about old school stuff. You want to talk about, I don't know,
military,
underwater basket weaving, let's do that. Don't give a shit.
Well, you got an instant boo from Cat Milk. He says, well, you might as well have just told me Santa wasn't real. So Randy coming in with I even have the Glock knife. I've been seeing a lot of those lately. Those are pretty cool, but I would never own one. That just seems ridiculous. But
I forgot that existed,
and then also let's give another quick reminder out there for the Gundies.
Yeah.
You're seeing a link in a bunch of the chats.
I like tooting my own horn, but
I have a topic on that.
That was on tooting my own horn.
Go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say you said you have a topic on it right after I said tooting my own horn.
Yeah, no, go ahead, toot your horn first.
Oh, please, thank you. Do I need your permission to masturbate? Oh no, we're talking about different things. Sorry. Moving on. How was that?
Gaston's interested. What?
Yeah, right. How was that non sequitur? Not non sequitur. How was that segue into the Gundies promo for the first time? I didn't have that planned. That was all ad lib, buddy. It's almost like I'm learning. I felt good on that one. How'd you like it? Was that a solid play?
I'm here for it.
I'm gonna have to go watch it. I feel a little self-conscious about it afterwards, but I thought I did decent. So I'm worried now. I'm super emotionally
Well, now you're
fragile.
wearing it down. Go move.
I'm super emotionally fragile. I'm looking for some reinforcement. No, I'm kidding. What do we got for hour 2? What are we doing? Who are we talking to? You had something for me. You said somebody that had something?
It was speaking to the Gundies. Did you see the bit that was on, I believe, Consensual, one of their okay, so Barely Consensual, the podcast from Pepperbox. They put out a clip about their experience with the Gundies last year.
Oh, okay.
And in Vegas, right? So they were a combined event, and how the Gundies basically screwed them out of selling tickets at that event because it was supposed to be the Gundies leading in, but they're also like, we're going to sell tickets, and the way the Gundies set it up, they weren't able to do that. And then they also screwed over veteran with a sign, Zach.
Really?
Because they basically told him he needed to show up because he was nominated, and he was like, no, I'm going to be with my family. We're at Disneyland. I'm doing this stuff. I don't need to be there. But then he didn't win in the categories that they wanted him to be there because he was nominated, and the people that did win weren't there and just sent in videos. So they had clearly told those people that they had won so they could send in videos, and then made him show up to Vegas out of schedule and paid a bunch of money on his own terms or something.
I had not known. I
there is
video, no?
Okay, so there's that. Now, and then they go into like all the ticket stuff and this and that. This is what's publicly viewable on YouTube. Then I went and I watched.
Controversy is always a good thing.
Yeah, and then so I was like, well, there's got to be more to this story. So I actually went and renewed my subscription to Pepperbox.
Pepperbox? Is that another website you fucking renewed your subscription to? It sounded like you said Peckerbox first.
Pepper.
Okay.
Pepper,
just double checking. Double checking.
Anyways, they were talking about what the Fat Electrician had to say was about, I don't think it was this past one, but the previous Gundies, not in Vegas. I would have to go back and relive it. But anyways, him and another Sean from Ballistics, High Speed Ballistics, the one that had the RPG, they were up for new creator or it wasn't most influential. Breakout. There you go. Breakout. And they were both talking. They were sitting next to each other at the Gundies, and they were like, "Oh, I hope you win. I hope you win." And he's like, "Well, dude, you got an RPG blow up on you. I think you'll win." Neither one of them won. It was this other creator who neither one of them knew or had really heard of. But that guy was also sitting very close to them. And when he came back, and during the entire podcast episode, they're literally like flashing allegedly across the screen, right, the whole time. So I have to continue that.
Sure,
Allegedly,
sure. It's their personal belief. They have no proof of this.
Right. Well, I mean, he's giving statement to this.
Yep.
Says that guy came back and sat near them and said, "Oh, congratulations." He says, "Hey, I just paid $50 to Fiverr for a bot farm to farm votes for me."
That sucks.
So they didn't say who he was.
Yeah, that sucks.
And they didn't really give an inference.
Yeah, that sucks.
He only talked about him and yeah.
I mean,
and so he was literally
fairness,
like, yeah.
In fairness,
all I did was
like props to the guy for at least admitting it. That definitely sucks though that you would do that.
They did say that. They were like, yeah, props on that dude for being honest.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't change the fact that every single human being should probably unsubscribe from that fucking channel right now, in my opinion, because there's zero integrity in doing that and ruining it for people who are actually trying hard to build a name for themselves. Yeah, that sucks. Like I could have done that from the fucking beginning. I know that everybody knows that, but you know what we don't do? Fucking that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, I mean that also does go on to the Gundies for not having those setups to prevent.
In
that
fairness,
kind of thing.
in fairness, like I know the guys. I know the guys who organize the Gundies, and I've worked with them on many occasions. This is not the first. This is not the first people, or these are not the first like groups of people that have taken issues with events that have been run by these guys, and that's fine. But generally speaking, in my opinion, and in my experience, they're more often beneficial than they are not to most people. So what I'll say on this is interesting information for me because I don't normally get to hear the other side. And I'm very open to listening to it. I'm not trying to like position myself as like a Gundy's homeboy or like a homer or anything. I've never won one. I like.
We're pretty neutral about it.
Yeah. I like the idea of what it is. But I have often found myself taking issue with how things are structured there, or how it definitely seems to just feed into the same 18 people over and over again. I think that they have done a lot over the course of the years here to kind of combat that. I do think they genuinely want it to be like a non-corruptible product. So that being said, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to go about it in the right way or not. The
it's rumors, still a small team.
Yeah, the rumors that I've heard from like the accusations of saying like you need to do this, you need to do this. It's not impossible for me to believe that in any way, shape, or form. I can't say that I've heard anything like that, but like a lot of us don't kiss and tell unless you get us drunk, and we're very, very like we're around people that we trust a lot to not talk about this because this is what we do. Like we spread gossip for a living. So good on you for being very cagey about that because I am not happy with whoever that person is, and I would like to figure it out. I'll do it on my own. I don't need anyone to tell me, but that bothers me that somebody would have a lack of integrity in a public competition where everyone knows that they can do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, and they definitely went on to say like, hey, they're all friends with those people too. Like it wasn't like. It was like the group as a whole was bad, but there were friends with a lot of people there too.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of group there, and then there was other things like
I'll tell you my experience. Like
a lot of different stuff.
With the closest that we ever came to winning, and this is non-doctored. This is nothing. I have not experienced any of that at all. Now, granted,
most people haven't. I don't.
When the Gundies, like when the last time I was up for a top 4 nomination, it was for Breakout Content Creator of the Year. We've gotten nominated many times, but we've never made it to the top 4, which is where you actually like in the actual production, you're part of it. Like it's like being actually nominated to go win the award versus just the batch nomination where 2 people can say, hey, this guy deserves it. And then you're in the voting, but to actually get the final nomination, that's when you're actually nominated. Does that make sense? Like there's 5 total people that can win that award. When your name is one of those 5 people, you've been actually nominated. So, the one time that that's happened to us, this was my experience. In full disclosure, it wasn't in Vegas. This was back when it was still at Drive Tanks in San Antonio. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life. They took very, very good care to fly us down in not luxury, but just in convenience and with each individual kind of need and thing taken care of, I got very lucky. I got to sit next to Ian on the plane. This was during COVID, so he had a mask on, so I couldn't immediately tell it was him, and he was in a hoodie with the hood up, so I couldn't see his hair, but I was literally sitting right next to him, and eventually he got off the plane, took his hood down, and I saw his hair, and I was like, holy shit, that's Ian.
Was it Scott touched your butt?
That was that evening. Yes, 100%. That was the night that that's the night my life changed. Kentucky Ballistics thumb went inside my anus unintentionally, and that happened. Yep, that did. Scott probably doesn't remember it. He was very intoxicated. Scott tried to pick me up with one hand. He was very successful, and I got more than I bargained for. Let's just say that. Wasn't intentional, obviously.
Good times.
Yep, wasn't intentional.
Good time.
But I consider it better than an autograph. Come on, that's a good line. That's a good line.
Tattooed my hemorrhoid. Got
damn straight. And he got some DNA back. So, all right, let's move on from that subject.
You left your mark.
Gundy's related controversy. I get it. It feels like it happens every year. And anytime you host an award ceremony, I think you're going to garner a little bit of controversy. Doesn't mean it's not well earned. So I'll take a very neutral stance here. I don't say one way or the other to the homies that run the Gundys. Yeah. I've met them. I have hung out with them. I have had dinner with them. I understand them to be good guys with good amounts of integrity. Yep. That doesn't mean I can be wrong though. So, hey, are the rumors true? Do you trust the source? If you do, believe what you want to believe. I don't like my experience. I don't like. Go ahead. So my final experience with it was when I was nominated, they played my video. Nobody knew who I was. They played Guns and Gadgets video. Everybody knew who he was. He ended up winning. It was very obvious to me that he knew he was going to win in advance. So he was told ahead of time. And that's the way it is. If you get butthurt about that, don't get excited for awards. Like, it's a competition. If you lose, you lose. I went over there, I shook his hand, and that's what opened a relationship door for me and him to become buddies later. And now we shower together sometimes when we're in Vegas. So I'm kidding. That's Jared, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to spread that rumor. No, seriously.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, seriously, the Gundys was one of the greatest nights of my life because I got to shake hands with Guns and Gadgets back before he was massive like he is now in terms of, YouTube size. I think at the time he had like 180 or 250,000 subscribers, something like that.
It was right around there. Yeah.
And he was super cool. I got to learn about some of his personal journey and where he came from. I didn't really know much about him at the time. And it helped that relationship blossom. And it's been very valuable to me to be able to call him a friend. He is very nice, and he's a very generous dude.
Cushion, you're killing me. Yeah, no, all I want to say about the whole thing is that I don't like drama. I don't like saying bad things about people.
If you don't like drama, get out of the media side of the gun industry, bud. We're full of it.
Yeah. Yeah, but what I'm saying is I don't want this to be we got to trash them. This is let's say there's been some issues and let's give them an opportunity to improve. I mean, it's not something we're not trying to cancel these guys.
Well, okay, but in my opinion, this is excluding Nick and the unsub guys because that story sounds a little bit more on brand, and the veteran with the sign thing. But excluding those two very, very trustworthy sources, in my opinion, Nick doesn't make shit up.
No.
Outside of those, I don't have anything bad to say about them from my experience. I try to stay very objective when it comes to these big social events. You guys know that I love going to SHOT Show, not because I love the NSSF. I think they're the devil in fucking purest form for the firearms industry. But if I say that too loud, I get banned from going to SHOT Show. So I got to watch my P's and Q's a little bit. At the end of the day, I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, I just ADD'd myself out of a point because I started reading chat. What was I saying? I was saying something.
I think we just want them to improve. That's it. It's just if we don't call it the bullshit, it's not going to change. So we got to call the bullshit. That's it. That's all we're doing.
Yeah, make gun content great again. Even I do agree with that. I think that for us, we got to start like, okay, I'm going to put a closed circuit out to you guys. I'm going to ask you guys a question, and I'm genuinely curious to know your answer. I don't think that I've ever officially, I've kind of tiptoed around the subject. Excuse me. I've tiptoed around the subject a lot with you guys, but I don't think I've ever asked your opinion. I want you guys to tell me, and don't just tell me what I want to hear, right? Like, I know there's a lot of people out there that'll just say, you know, I know what their answer is going to be. Try, if you can, to explain it a little bit. I'm not looking for a dissertation. Just give me an explanation as to why. Where is our home? Our home collectively, right? Where do we get to exist in the future? Not necessarily right now. We all know that the default home for GunTube is YouTube. And we all know that getting into bed with YouTube is probably the worst financial decision long-term that one can make, because they hate your content. They're actively attacking you. They have waged a war on GunTube for years, for decades at this point, or at least a decade at this point. So
Grantham and Mac, yeah.
Yep. This past week. Like 36 videos overall or something like that. Where do you think the future for GunTube should be? I have advocated for over a year now my experience here on Rumble, so you guys know that my answer to this is Team Green all the fucking way. If you're not watching all of your content on Rumble, in my opinion, and you value your freedom, you're just helping the bad guys. I really think that we need to sit down as a firearms community, as a freedom-oriented community, not even just guns, but the people who appreciate the idea of having these freedoms that we enjoy, like the freedom to carry a firearm or have a firearm for protection against whatever we decide is scary. On top of that, the freedom to talk about whatever we want to talk about, the freedom to express our religion in whatever way, shape, or form we want to. The people who enjoy things like that. We need to start getting together and talk about what's acceptable and what is not acceptable. We need to start realizing that we're not a minority. I think a lot of us have a little bit of imposter syndrome when we think about the community as a whole, when we talk about how influential we are or aren't, because the other side of the board here is so effective at just smothering you with a certain type of message that even some of us start to believe it. And even some of us start to think that, well, we really must not be that popular. We really must not have that big of a reach or that big of an opinion. I challenge you guys to fight that and to start thinking bigger and longer term, and start to think, we understand that YouTube hates us. We get that, yet we still go back there and post. I don't get that. I need to express a bit of frustration that I've been feeling as of late. I watched this thing unfold here on Instagram with Garantham and his post, Mac commenting on it, Mac being Military Arms Channel, Tim, and talking about Tim getting a bunch of videos removed. Garantham is posting his emails, saying YouTube removed, YouTube removed, YouTube removed, YouTube removed. This is the second time he's done one of these in like 2 months. Right? So YouTube is obviously targeting him. And all he does, and all of the greater, channels in this community, and I'm calling everybody out on this. I don't hate people. I don't hate their content. This doesn't mean I dislike them personally, but I want people to start asking this question critically. We go out and we talk a big game. We say we're standing up to tyranny. Don't tread on me. My guns, my guns, my guns, my freedoms, my freedoms, my freedoms. And then we post that message on YouTube. We post that message on a platform that despises us, that is actively campaigning to get us completely removed from the platform. I'm not saying give up on YouTube here, but let's start asking the question and start challenging our favorite gun tubers. What's the future look like? If YouTube keeps doing this to us, where do we go collectively? Where do we think we need to be? I'm going to say Rumble, and I'm going to keep saying Rumble until we have evidence to say the otherwise. But I mean, it's not like I'm coming from a place of inexperience here. Scott, can you look? I don't think you can look. Never mind. I have, let me see if I can find it. 600.
We got some people.
Hold on. I got 682 videos uploaded to YouTube. So I'm not speaking from a place of inexperience here. I'm speaking from a place of 9 years of experience now. And I genuinely want to know where you guys want the future of guns to be. It really means a lot to me to see this community try to come together and, if not pick leadership, just pick a direction to travel all at once. I want to hear you guys' response to it. Scotty, go ahead.
No, I think a few people are saying like, yeah, Pepperbox isn't the home because it's behind a paywall. You got it behind the paywall. So we gotta find the funnel, right? You start with the wider, you get the free stuff, maybe an paid ad, different kind of things. YouTube was the answer because of their censorship and the way that's going, where they're actively removing content. And Rumble's a really good place to go. We got a few people saying X is not a bad place to go.
Love you, Jen.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, if we're seeing these people, you know, you're seeing a lot of people.
I've forgotten my Halloween music is playing. I'm sorry. It's oddly appropriate, but Halloween music was playing in the background there. I'm going to kick off the other vibe stuff. Go ahead, Scotty. Take it away. Spin it.
Well, you know, you got to treat Pepperbox more like Patreon.
Yep.
You put out your free stuff. If you want to see the spicy, good stuff, it's going to be on Rumble.
You want to see Brandon's butthole? Pay that extra money, baby. Not claiming that Brandon's butthole is anywhere on Pepperbox. That's not a euphemism. You don't see Brandon's Pepperbox anywhere. Oh, that's a good clippable line. Where'd that occur in the show? Let's timestamp that one. Go ahead.
You know, and then not just that YouTube itself is smothering us, but they're also putting out anti-2A ads. You've got a lot of very left-wing propaganda craziness that they're putting into
Is that what Ghost Shadow's referencing here over on YouTube?
Well, yeah, I've seen it. Well, actually,
Ghost Shadow's referencing. He's saying, Tundra Tactical, have you heard some of the ads Google ads / YouTube has been running on YouTube videos?
Yeah.
No, I have not, honestly. It's just, I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm going to give some context here because Old Juice very wisely brings up, I should tell you guys what happened to the channel, what prompted this exodus from me right after I got to 100,000 subscribers. I don't know if you guys can see it over on YouTube, but if you've never met me before, like, we did get to the 100K mark. It's not like we got like 5,000 and then just bounced. Not saying that that's, you know, like I shouldn't be talking shit about people that have 5,000 subscribers. Those are the grinders. Those are the people that have the hardest jobs in the entire world. Well, in the content creator space, I should say. A little bit of a bold claim to say hardest job in the entire world, but anywho, what was I talking about before I get too far off topic and forget what I was saying? Damn it. I hate my brain sometimes.
Subscriber counts. Where you were at.
So we got to that 100K mark, and then like 10 months after that, we just split. We said, fuck this. Here's what happened. I very unwisely invested the future of my business and my channel and the brand, Tundra Tactical and Tundra itself, into YouTube. I thought that because we followed the rules and because we played nice, because we went very far to not feature me holding guns. I just talked about guns. That's all I did. I showed them on screen, sure. I showed other people shooting them, but I never actually physically held a gun, and I did that consciously because I wanted to play by the rules. And I promise there's a payoff to this because I sound like an absolute asshole based on what I was talking about earlier. I do promise you there's a payoff, but here I am effectively selling my soul for a view count. And I do believe that's what I was doing. I was new to the game. I thought this was the only way. I didn't know there were other options at the time. So the pipeline kind of fed me here, spit me out and said, sink or swim. And I was one of the few, through the grace and hard work of myself and a lot of other people, maybe a couple of miracles every now and again. We made it. We made a career out of it, or at least I did. And a lot of people gave that time and effort along the way that I no longer speak to or am friends with, but they still deserve a little bit of respect and a little bit of credit in the building of this. So that's my shout out to those people. But there are a lot of fine human beings that I consider my closest buddies. Scott, you're one of them. I never would have met you for this show, you know. We put something together that was really fucking cool and awesome. And I think genuinely beneficial. I think we were one of the few channels where even though what we were saying was pretty fucking harsh and pretty wild, I think we were one of the few channels that was just universally loved by the fans. Like once they figured out what we were doing, they loved it because it was such a gun industry thing to do. Who doesn't love the idea of roasting their best friends? That's what we do. We weren't crossing a line. We, outside of a lot of curse words, you know, we weren't dropping N-bombs. We weren't promoting any wild ideas or anything like that. We were just sitting there kind of making fun of the gun industry and making fun of the shooters in the firearms industry because we love those guys. And we love the people that we talk about most of the time, unless your name is the Yankee Marshal. And then we're genuinely making fun of you.
Well, I think that it's a big part of.
I would love to finish this, Scott, because I'm going to lose it otherwise. Sorry, but I don't mean to.
Yeah, no.
Go. All of that turned into a pretty successful business for me, and I will happily tell you guys, just so that you guys know that there is opportunity in this. I was making at 28 years old, when we were probably firing at our peak, I was making about $3,000 a month in just ad revenue. This is no sponsors, no nothing. I was, at about, this is, 50 to 80,000 subscribers. I was making about $3,000 a month, and we were hitting really far above our weight. If you guys understand the internet and everything like that, our CPM was through the roof in comparison to our competition. We were doing something right. We were doing something different from people in our similar bracket. We were getting paid 2 to 3 times more. I don't know why. I've never been able to put my finger on it, but I do believe that it kind of got us the recognition and the ire of YouTube, because when all of that happened, 6 months goes by and I figure I've got a nice steady income. It's not like I made a decision rash, 1 month and then we jumped in head first. But after 6 months of that, I decided to quit my job, my day job, and go full time on YouTube. A year or two goes by and that number has fluctuated up and down, but it's probably hovered right around the $2,800 to $3,000 mark per month. And all of the sudden I wake up one day and it says $280. And I said, what the fuck? What happened? Something happened. Finally, I've said this for years, and there's many videos of me saying this on the internet. So I can't hold my, I've got to hold myself accountable here. I've always said I knew the bed I was getting into when I signed up with YouTube. I knew that this potentially could happen. And I told people I wasn't going to act like the victim. I wasn't going to play the, look at what YouTube did to my video. I'm not going to fucking do that.
This is outside of adpocalypse too, by the way. I mean, this wasn't just
adpocalypse. I'm an adult. I understand those things. And I understand that no amount of whining and no amount of, oh, hey, look at me and look at how hard my plight is. None of that is going to change YouTube's policy. They don't care. You're a number to them. So why, I tell you, why do we post there? Because what happened was they evaporated me and my family's income without a second thought, starting on Valentine's Day overnight. And I still, to this day, have never gotten it back. I can show you. I might actually, hold on. I might be able to legitimately show you my analytics graph, and I will show you how brutal they hammered this channel. It was awful. Give me a second. Let me see if I can actually display this.
Oh yeah, chat. Thank you so much for you guys. The chat have a lot of really good comments coming in, a lot of support. Thank you guys so much. Yeah. Again, yeah. If you guys really want to enjoy the channel to its max, help us move over to Rumble. We're doing good things on Rumble. It's really helping keep the channel alive. All those kind of things.
Unfortunately, I can't show it to you, but I can kind of tell you. So we went from consistently pulling 90,000 views in a week to 1,300 views in a week. And it's been maintaining that until very recently when we started kind of posting shorts again as an experiment. It jumped up to about 12,000, maintained for 3 or 4 days. And now we're even lower now because we're being punished by YouTube at 922. 922 views on YouTube is what we got yesterday across all of our videos, across everything new that we've put out. And it's to me, that's just unacceptable. I could no longer, to my YouTube fans that are watching this right now and understand, hopefully starting to understand why I switched to Rumble. I went this month, I am making $113 on YouTube. Now, granted, I haven't put a lot of effort into it, but even for the last 2 months when we did start to post again, the most I made was another $115 on top of that. The shadow banning is real. We know this. All of the other crap that we talk about is real. We know this now, and we're seeing it start to play out. What I am starting to beg you guys to do is anything about this. I'm not saying this is an audience problem. This isn't a gun community problem. This is the creators that we don't have direction enough to figure out where we all want to go. The audience member, you guys are trying to follow the creators and just figure out where the fuck everyone lands. And the sponsors, the money that drive this train, they're trying to figure out that same question. So really, I feel like we've got to start coming together and start having this conversation on the audience side and start saying, every time we see these, these people start talking about, look at what YouTube's done, look at what YouTube's done. We got to start asking the question, what are we going to do about it? Are we just going to sit here on YouTube because it seems to be the quote only option, or that's how we've always done it? Are we going to sit there on YouTube because that's been the status quo? Or are we actually going to stand up for what we believe in and do something different? I, for one, couldn't talk to you guys with integrity. I talked about integrity earlier. I couldn't talk to you guys with integrity on YouTube about the things that I was talking about and then go back and try to make money from the same people that were trying to shut us down. I could no longer morally accept that. And I decided to take a massive risk and jump over to Rumble. And I realized that the water is a lot better over here because they pay well. So I know my business is covered. I've got sponsors to cover most of these shows. 95% of these shows over the course of our time with Rumble have been covered by sponsors that I didn't have to source or put any time and effort into. I just gave them a price and said, hey, go do work. And they go do work for us. It's outstanding. I love my friends up there. I think we need to be at Rumble. I don't know what you guys have to say. I would say give it another chance if you haven't watched there in a long time. If you're a creator that has heard the horror stories of past Rumble, try it again. They've made a lot of changes. And if you have questions, reach out to me.
There's a few moving over there.
Thanks for attending my ramble.
Not a lot.
Rumble? Rumble.
No, I like it.
By the way, who would like to know the overall amount of money YouTube made me over the course of all of these years? Does anyone want to take a guess? I will tell you the exact number. I promise.
I want to
see. I'm going to give it like 30 seconds. I want to see what the chat has to say from the start to now. Yeah. I will tell you this. We have 21,667,458 views.
Oh, interesting.
Remember, this is a full-time job for me. So I want you guys to realize that there's not a lot of money in this. I struggle day to day.
Thank you, Cat Milk, for trolling us. No, this is fun. Okay.
You don't know this, Scott. I know you don't know this, so take a stab.
No, I know it. Yeah. No, okay.
No one is even close.
Well,
right now in
I think a lot of
not even close.
Are low.
They're low.
Yeah.
This is lifetime. This is not just like a year. This is the 8 years this channel has been in existence. From, well, technically the channel turned on in 2010, but we really started posting in 2016. So since then.
In the basement. I would go, let's see here. Oof.
21.7 million views. We have this is hilarious. Oh, because of shorts, but we have 1.9 million watch hours, 121,000 subscribers, in over 8 years.
Yeah, because I know your retention is usually really, really good. So that also paid a bit of a bonus. So I think law's getting closer. If I had to guess,
Narrowing in.
Yeah, lifetime. I'd go 300 at least.
I wish.
I would probably go higher than that.
I wish.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not even close.
I mean, that would.
It's very
right,
like
fair
once
enough.
again, if I could say 300 right now, boy, I'd be in a much better position. The official number,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, Tundra Tactical has earned on YouTube over the course of 8 years of full-time plus work. Just as a heads up, this is probably average minimum of 50 hours a week work.
Yeah, minimum.
$97,315.44. That is all I have.
Buddy.
That is it. That's all I have.
That's just off YouTube, not including
Correct.
sponsorships.
Not
and
including
everything. We're just
sponsorships
talking
and things like that.
AdSense.
But at the time, this
basically.
was when we're talking about the origins of our time with Rumble and our exodus of YouTube.
Okay.
I didn't have sponsors. I had kind of at the tail end of this, I had CMMG and Dead Air, of which we still have Dead Air. Thank you, Dead Air, by the way, for sticking through us thick and thin. Dead Air suppressors, the only suppressors of the Tundra Nation. And I can't wait for January 1st, by the way. Mike, you're the best. Check out Dead Air suppressors. And
I was looking at that
I can't
spike.
say because
That's what I was going
I can't
for.
say the website. I just about did and almost got banned on YouTube. Anyways, what I will say is this. The reason I openly share that information with you guys is I want to make sure. I've always been very protective of the future of GunTube. I don't know if you guys think about this or not, but we're the first generation really to do this. Any type of content creator in any genre is really like the millennials and the Gen Xers. We're kind of the first. We're kind of the first people up into not really, like not trying to compare ourselves to astronauts. It's just my ADHD brain makes the connection a lot. But we're the first people up in space. We're blazing the trail, if you will. We don't really know what the fuck is right or wrong here. And we rely a lot on audience feedback and people talking to us. So when we get into these positions and we say, YouTube's the only way, for a lot of people, they believe that and they genuinely want to think that the future of GunTube and the future of everything needs to only be on YouTube. I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong, folks, I don't think we have to think that way anymore. And I challenge you guys all, if you do think like that, just give it a second chance. Check Rumble out. Check some of the other alternatives out so you know that I'm not just spinning a yarn and trying to push you over to one side. You know, don't use my word on this as any form of influence on what your final decision needs to be. I just want you to start looking again. I want you to start asking that question we're so famous for asking. Why? Why do we do what we do?
Yeah. I think, my first video that I uploaded was actually when I was deployed. I mean, I made a couple of little skits. It's about the only thing I've ever put on my YouTube channel at all back then. And it was a different vibe at the beginning, and now I feel like it's going back a little bit to that. And now you have ads and this and that. People coming into YouTube expecting certain things because they've heard of these YouTube millionaires.
In a lot of places, in a lot of other industries, it can be that case. 100,000 subscriber channel can be a very comfortable income for a lot of people, depending on their family situation, depending on, their living situation, things like that. I mean, shit, if I was making $3,000 a month and I was single, that's comfy. That's definitely comfy, and I can grow off of that. But once that spigot, quote unquote, gets turned off because YouTube decides they no longer like you, there's no warning. There's no nothing. So if you are a content creator and your primary source is YouTube or Instagram or another source or another platform that is known to be very discriminatory towards freedom-oriented folks, I'm not going to discourage you from posting there. Post to YouTube. Fuck them. Post controversial shit up there. Make them waste man hours reviewing your stuff. So submit a manual review on everything you upload. Do it. It's great. You get a good chuckle out of it from time to time. So continue to post. Their new CEO
is only saying AI is going to be the future.
That's fine.
So
that's fine.
It's not looking good
that
for us.
AI costs them credits just like it costs you credits. So upload bullshit and make them waste a bunch of money and see how bad of a decision that really was. Guys, I made $12,000 a year on average, according to Jormingen. He says it's an average of $12,169 nice dollars and 93 cents a year. So know that there is glamour to this, and it can be fun, but it's a grind, man. And just like anything else that's valuable in life, that's worth pursuing, it's tricky and it's challenging. It has its rocks and its potholes along the way. My issue with the creator side of the community right now, and the reason I'm starting to get frustrated, is everybody is clamoring and saying how disgusting YouTube is, but nobody outside of me and maybe a few other folks are offering up a solution. And whenever we do see a solution offered, like Rumble, people always say, oh, well, my 5 year ago experience one time with a small sample size was bad, so I'm just going to base my entire opinion off that and never try it again. And I get that. Like, we're a pretty stick in the mud type of community. A lot of us like the things that we like in the way that we like them, and we despise when stuff changes. I understand that. I fucking hate it when stuff changes. Half the time when we fucking start this show and OBS has changed something, me and Scott are grumble bitching about it in the background. Yes, exactly. We understand this completely. So like, I get where people are coming from, and I'm trying to be as open-minded on this subject as humanly possible so as not to piss off the gun community. But I've got to challenge you guys a little bit. I don't think we collectively, not just you, but I don't think we're doing enough to protect ourselves. It's not impossible if we just fuck off and leave and just start over. The problem is, I think a lot of us got comfortable with the amount of money that we're making over on YouTube, and we don't want to lose that. Understand and know that I don't care about that. I put my money where my mouth was, and I said, this is my future. I hitched my wagon to a company that has a track record of turning down state level money. I don't know if you guys know this, but Rumble turned down Brazil, Russia, and France. They offered them massive bucks if they would only censor their content in those countries. Not any other country. They could do whatever they want in any other country, but just in their countries, if they could censor content, and Rumble turned it down. That's a company that believes in the same shit I believe in. I don't care where they're based. I don't care what else they do. That is a company that has so much integrity that they will literally sacrifice billions of dollars. Their goal is to take down YouTube. And with those countries backing them with state level funds, you bet you they could do it. That was so Minnesotan. I'm so sorry, folks. But where they're at right now, they're struggling to fight in that game. They're struggling against organizations behind the scene like GARM that prevent valuable advertisers from working with these awesome dudes over there. They have guys and gals from the firearms industry in their marketing team that understand how gun content creators feel on YouTube. And they understand the challenges, and they're building in consideration specifically for folks like us. But no one checks it out because no one's talking about where we need to go.
Mr. Tango with maybe a poignant point is you have to get the boat close enough to the dock before you make the jump.
That's a solid play, man. That's a solid play.
But we're saying
I'm trying.
For a lot of these guys, the jump is not as big as they make it out to be.
No.
They need to.
When we're talking
it's
about,
not a jump, it's having one leg on both ports. You don't have to completely leave one or the other. We're still on YouTube.
My criticism right now, specifically to the creator side of the community, is every single person, almost every single person. I'm not going to go sweeping here, but almost every single person that I've commented the sentiment on, a lot of big content creators, I'm starting to do this on their Instagram comments. I'm starting to ask the question, why are we allowing YouTube to do this? Let's go over to Rumble and check it out. And 80% of their responses, there's not enough money in Rumble. They're publicly saying that they're in this for the money, and I don't think that that's the right play. I'm a little disappointed in my colleagues and a lot of people out there who have responded in that way. Look on the comment sections of people like that. You'll find them pretty quick. Or go to my Instagram and look at my comments. You'll trace it pretty easily. You'll figure out who I'm talking about. I'm a little disappointed in where we stand. and our lack of organization in a community that claims to be so resistant to tyranny, that we're just so okay with posting content here, or at least we see it as such a hopeless endeavor to invent or find something new. Always somebody else will do it. Brandon will do it when he gets into Congress. We'll wait till then. Fuck that. Why are we putting that on Brandon's shoulders? Why are we putting that on anybody else's shoulders? I thought we had integrity. I thought we had a drive and a focus as a community to push forward. I don't see that in us anymore. I think that we got a lot, during the Biden administration, a lot of us got fucking beat up and they felt a little broken down. And now that they see Trump's in office, they take their foot off the gas.
Yeah, security over future. It's that, that's the dangerous freedom. Yeah, sometimes you gotta go for it a little bit.
I didn't know that I liked hanging out with a bunch of bitches, but apparently I do. I'm serious about that one. But at the same time, I was part of that crew. I want to separate myself from them when I said I took a chance. When somebody offered me an out, I jumped at it and I said, I don't have to hitch my wagon to this fucking ride. It doesn't need to be this way. I feel dirty cashing that fucking check and I don't want to anymore. That was my motivation, was you guys. I couldn't sit there and talk about the shit that I was talking about and take money from Google.
Cooter nails it. He says the future is the First Amendment and Second Amendment communities coming united, just like that We Came With Fire podcast. Huge. We love those guys. They're really, really good. If you guys haven't seen them, go check out the We Came With Fire. But I mean, that is like they're a First Amendment podcast.
Oh, Corn Dog, you're so right. Corn Dog, sorry, Scotty. I apologize. Go ahead.
No, go for it.
Corn Dog says, to be fair, Trump isn't actually doing y'all any favors either. And that's so, so
we've talked about that
perfectly right. Like
for a while.
A lot of, there we go. Hold on, folks. Sorry. Something a little goofy happened there. Hey, we back? We coming back? Hold on. Let me double check that we're still broadcasting and everything's good to go. Yep, we're solid.
I didn't see any hiccups.
What we're saying on that is the Trump administration and specifically Pam Bondi has been catastrophic to the cohesion in the Second Amendment advocacy and litigation side of the 2A industry. It has everybody up in arms. Pam Bondi is the equivalent of a fucking, like the orc that was like suicide bombing the fucking wall at Helm's Deep. She's that.
Yeah.
Like Kush, are you watching? Can we make that? Can we be the first? Can we be the first to do the Uruk with Pam Bondi's face on it, charging the gate, Helm Deep, and get it out there? I task you. I choose you, Uncle Cushion. Jeez. The reason I'm being so free and open with all of this is I don't care. I don't care what people think of this channel anymore. I used to. I used to care greatly about what you guys think of me. I understand that we have built up enough of a reputation that I don't have to prove my need to exist at the big kids table anymore. It's not an ego statement. You guys like us. We get that. And I appreciate it. I can hitch my wagon to what I keep using that. I'm sorry, ADHD brain. I hyper focus on a phrase. I can go with any company. And I know that I have you guys, the people watching this show right now, following wherever we go because of loyalty. That's the type of talk that's the type of feeling that I want to inspire in the greater community here. That's the type of feeling that I want my fellow content creators to be talking. Well, I'm sure that they do talk about loyalty inside of their own community and inside of the 2A community itself. But I want to talk about the bigger idea of finding that new home and finding that new place to build loyalty with future generations. Where can the next generation of content creators safely create content without fearing the upending of their entire future? Imagine being a 16-year-old kid right now, watching Brandon Herrera have the time of his life and saying, fuck college. I want to do that. I know there's a lot of them out there. I know there's a lot of kids out there that think that. But then they watch Brandon or Grand Thumb or whomever they're idolizing post about all these strikes and all this stuff that they're going through. And all of a sudden, that dream becomes harder and more challenging. Dreams are meant to be fun. And pursuing those dreams are meant to be the driving force behind your development as a human being. Think of the dreams and how they define you. My own personal example of this. Sorry, Scott, I'm not giving you any chance to talk here. I'm on a roll. I feel like
no, you're nailing it.
Like
a lot of people are saying why bother? You know,
why bother?
If I'm going to have that hard of a time with it, why bother?
Because you're letting them win. When did we become a community? When did we become a community that rolled over and said, "Kick me harder, Daddy"?
Right.
When? Tell me.
But, I mean,
I'd love to know, because that's not me.
Yeah.
My job, you know what I see my job on YouTube as? You know what I do every week? I talk to my editor. Well, I talk to Cushion, and I say, Cush, I want you to upload 10 shorts this week that break every fucking rule possible. And I want you to submit every one of them for manual review so we can waste a couple of man hours at YouTube. That's the way we should be thinking. Why are we so okay with rolling over? You remember when I called you guys bitches earlier? That's why. And I'm not directly insulting any of you. I'm directly calling out our complacency with the status quo as a greater community. So understand the difference there. I value all of you guys because you're here having this conversation. You didn't click away. You might have found it controversial or interesting. Hopefully you're participating in it now. So think about it. And spread the word if you want to, but just let it sit in the back of your brain. And every time you see one of those posts now on Instagram from the big guys or from me or from whomever else, go in that comment section and just ask the question, why do we deal with this when there's other options? You don't have to advocate for anything specific. I'm not telling you to go sing the praises of Team Green specifically. If you want to, that's on you. But offer a solution if you can. Because the second we start saying, why bother? I'm not going to create content for you guys anymore. Because it's not worth it to me then. I don't want to be associated with people who give up. Fuck that.
I gotta shout out Cat Milk for saying every time he's baking, he gets a handful of flour and does the handprint on Terror Pup's head.
Hell yeah, we do that. We do that with Ellie and Cammy all the time, every time too. There's quite a few pictures.
Some good ones.
I don't know how many have we lost or made fans tonight based on the craziness I've been talking.
We've only even gone up, brother. We are having a good time tonight. Everybody here seems to be really engaged with what you're talking about.
I appreciate that, guys. Thanks like I said, you don't have to agree with me. I just want you to start asking that question.
Yeah. I had the main thing is, like Tyler mentioned it earlier. The only reason why we know each other is because he was doing what he did, what he was passionate about. I interacted with him. We had a silly interaction, and then we were like, "Oh, hey,
tell the story, man. It's a good story. Tell them the story how you came to be the co-host of the show, because it's kind of cool. Yeah, so, it's pretty dope from a viewer's perspective.
I was still trucking at the time, but I would tune in. I was a fan of the show. In 2019, well, I was a fan before, but I started interacting. I was thinking about making the move from my trucking job and coming back home to pursue this precision holsters business that was picking up speed. I had helped start it, but I had gone away because they couldn't support me. And I was like, hey, you know what? I can go on social media and start interacting as this precision holsters persona. And one of the first things I did, I was like, you know what? I really like this podcast that this guy does, this weirdo. And we go on there, and he made it was not a direct reference. It was a very hidden reference to a book that we both like,
What was
X-Force.
it? Out of curiosity, I don't remember the reference. Do you remember what I said?
It was something about Skippy. I can't remember what exactly it was. Now it's somewhere in episode
you have to explain what
60
this is
or something,
for folks.
Yeah, so Expeditionary Force is a book series by Alan Craigenson.
Craig Allenson is what he meant to say. Craig Allenson.
Fucking hell.
Somebody mark it down. Guys. I need a timestamp. Al Craigenson. Weird Al Craigenson over there.
It starts with Columbus Day is the first book. It's about when aliens invade Earth and how they fight back, and it's a really cool series. I don't want to give too much away, it's a very long series.
If you like character books, you'll love this book.
Yeah, it's really silly. he made a very offhand remark to it, and I was the only one who picked up on it and kind of typed in chat. I'm like, hey, yeah,
And
Skippy is great. It was something about Skippy, and which is a character in the book. It's this AI, ancient AI system. And so, and then we just started chatting, and he was like, "Oh, you're into your precision holsters. What are you doing with that?" I'm like, "Well, I'm moving back." And it was months later. I think it was on episode 95 or 96 of the And
so I'm gonna here quick address something in chat. Go Shadow, you're not seeing things. It is a little out of sync. That's on me. It's a limitation to Discord that we have. So yes, we are aware of it, and thank you for pointing it out. Go ahead, Scott.
Okay. And then it was with you and Hypoluxia. Thank you, Hypoluxia,
you,
for all the things you did. He did 100 and something episodes with you, and then at a certain point, Pat had to do his things, and you basically invited me to come on as a guest co-host, and we just haven't stopped. So that's kind of how. And and then we had the Great Tundra get together. So we've become very good friends
of our relationship
the show
that we found on the show here, and that we developed just through a simple fan interaction, just a singular chat, right? A singular chat. You know what this has spawned into? It spawned into our relationship blossoming into you and Will connecting again, and now Will has moved from fucking New York to Minnesota, an hour away from me. From one message in the chat. One message in the chat.
Pretty much. Yeah. Will brought that up, and then so there's incredible friendships built off of this community, hanging out with each other. You do get out of it what you put into it. Cat Milk has been on this show a long time. I mean, Cat Milk's before me. Cat Milk's been around from the beginning.
Coots is another
Uncle
great
Cushion,
example.
Again,
Yep, Uncle Cushion, fantastic example.
Becoming 14 Hours to Steve, Twisty, all these guys that we interact with and help write with for the show. People have come and gone. Eric, writing for the main show, and all these different people that come and go. It's all community based.
I make it a point. Fans. I make it a point to never hire outside. To go on, like Fiverr or something like that, and pay somebody
Craigslist or
pay some Indian guy .nutfeather to like edit my videos for me, when I've got, in some cases, an army of very, very dedicated fans that are just looking for an excuse to help out. So generally what I do here is usually like 4 times a year on a quarterly basis, I kind of do a recruitment drive and say like, hey, Tundra's looking for folks that can do animation, or Tundra's looking, or even like if you can't do it, that can learn it. Like who wants to, like Goku, you're a great example of this. Goku, are you still there? Great talk. Goku's a good example of this. He's working, he's typing in chat. Like you and I, we've worked on learning video editing together. I haven't charged you a dime for that. And you're now effectively my kind of on-air producer that's feeding Scott, chat messages, or helping us look up links and things like that when things are referenced in the chat. So Goku is your behind the scenes dude, and he's been just hanging out for years and years and years. He became a moderator. We met at Goals quite a few times. And Scott, you're apt to say you get out what you put in. I think we're a good community for that. I don't know why I went on such like a recruitment drive there for a second, but it's a pretty dope existence to hang out here. I don't know. Hang out, have fun, tune in Saturday nights.
To speak of it, and we're getting close to the end here.
I'm having fun now. See, because we're not trying to like force anything, I'll keep going. Absolutely keep going.
I'll keep going. I just wanted to bring up, while we still have 5,000 people plus on Rumble. Thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Guys.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Holy shit.
What we thought, if we're going to talk about corruption and people trying to lead people in certain directions and silence people, there is and it's blown up this past week. We have the Sean Ryan and Dan Crenshaw issue going on right now.
Oh dear Lord.
It's an interesting topic. Let's hit it up. There's not much to talk about yet, really, other than like
outside
what
of the
started
initial
all
volley.
this.
The initial volleys have been fired because you got Crenshaw being a bitch as usual. If you don't know what side we're going to be taking on this one, it's very clearly going to be the Sean Ryan side.
I also want to say thank you for in the chat saying that I would win a Gundy for
I saw
best
that too.
co-host.
I thought that
Thank
was a
you
nice
very
compliment. And you would, dude. You would. I'd like to say one thing. There are a couple of really great shows out there, like a couple of really, really, really top S tier shows out there. One of the things that I'm going to be trying to do this coming year is move away from the 8 to 13 minute style videos and invest more into more weekly episodes for this live stream. Because these are just more fun for me. They're easier to produce. There's more opportunity for comedy and humor on the fly. I get to play with hundreds of people, thousands of people sometimes, and get their opinions.
Gaston shows up.
Yeah, exactly. This is just way better, in my opinion. So, you know, I don't fuck. Why was I saying this again? We're changing content.
No.
I'm bored. I want to do something new. I want to take this show a lot. I want to take it to like a 5 night a week level if I can do it. But downfall
people are already
Dan
getting
Crenshaw.
very.
He's a bitch.
He's hot in the chat already. We got Crenshaw's phony. We got Corn Dog coming in saying 100%. I took my boys at 6 as a threat. We got 130K for a DJ when he makes 170K a year on the books.
Fucking Christ, somebody got me with it.
Oopsie.
Watch. So, okay.
What's up, baby?
I got to disable those because remember, we have 5,000 people watching over on Rumble that you just jump scared to. Let's try not to run any
they don't hear that.
Any of those tonight. I appreciate it. It's funny as shit. One time you got me and you got me fucking good, Oopsie. Or Rick, or whoever it fucking was. Oops, thank you. Let's not do that for the rest of the night.
Still my favorite thing to do, he says. Yes, we got it. It just doesn't go across channels, guys. Sorry. Thank you for hanging out with us on Twitch as well. But yeah, I think this whole Dan Crenshaw thing, it's been before. We've been disappointed with Dan Crenshaw for years now.
Not just disappointed, but like actively furious at. He's such a douche.
Yeah.
He's the genuine reason why like term limits should exist. He is. He's such a cancer to the Rhino Republic. Like just the essence of the Republican Party is just worse with fucking Patch Boy in there. Get fucked. Talk to your boys at 6 and tell them I said that, you fucking cocksmoker.
He had such support from the veterans, from a lot of different people. And all he had to do was just fulfill anything. And it's just been, dude, why did you make that choice? Why did you make that choice? Why did wait, what?
He's everything
why are you
wrong.
not supporting
He's every
this?
single thing that we complain about with Congress. Usually kind of focus more towards the left, the liberal side of things. But he's the proof that the challenge exists on both sides of the fence. There is no grass is greener. There is no hero versus villains here. It's coming to the realization that the crop is fucking rotten. And you got to start from scratch. You got to start over. I'm not advocating for like civil war or violence or anything like that. I'm advocating for people making the connection saying, it's not just red versus blue here. It's, shit. Okay, he does it too. Fuck. All right. Like understanding that your guy does it too.
Huge disappointment. Just, that's what I come down to just in a word, just disappointment. Dr. Catmilk with a really good comment. Crenshaw has some serious gigantic blind spots.
Oh shit. Hey, Johnny, Bumby, are you still there?
Yes, he is.
I need one of the mods. Pockets. Yeah, I need one of the mods to post him up the Uwu Fox 2 patch.
I can find that. I can find it.
I don't know if John's seen it, but you need to click that link, John. Check it out. I designed that, baby. Old 353. You remember that plane from Shaw? Anywho, sorry, I just wanted Johnny to see that. John was a former weapons troop with me at Shaw Air Force Base. He was not part of the 77th Fighter Squadron. He was part of the illustrious 55th. If I recall, oh boy, I'm gambling with this one. We were the gamblers. You were the shooters? Yes!
That's what we got calling out.
Go!
Shooters.
I got it. Yes. All right. My memory isn't that shot. And then Johnny and I became Bumby here on the Twitch chat. John and I became very, very close friends, and we don't talk nearly as much as we should, but that's the way it is with most veterans. John and I spent an incredible year in Korea together, building a lifetime of unbelievable memories, from seeing Korean Michael Jacksons to nights in Itaewon with our buddy Adam, to blackout drunk nights where we all had to just walk in a straight line and one of us couldn't make it back to base, so I slept under a staircase that in a fucking cardboard box. Soju's the devil.
I can beat you there.
Love you, Johnny. Good times,
I think it
baby.
was
Good times.
2005 82nd Airborne Convention in Milwaukee.
What a place to hold the 82nd Airborne Convention. Old illustrious
it's in Reno,
Milwaukee. Beautiful.
Yeah, it moves around. But
love you, Oopsie.
The funny thing is, I actually met some people that I ended up serving with later. I wasn't in their unit at the time, but anyways, we go there. We went to Water Street. First place we went into was this place called Lava. And it was like this really cool modern bar. Water Street, if you guys don't know, it's just a row of bars. It's
I'm
just
becoming
bar
a DJ.
After bar after bar.
I got a jam playing, Scotty. Talk over it, baby. Talk over it. It's all you.
We go in there, and it's super cheap beers. So we're just ordering beers after beers. It's like 5 o'clock. It's not that late. And we're just noticing, we're looking around, and it's just late. We're surrounded by women, and we're just like, holy shit, this is a great bar to be in. And then at one point we're like, oh shit, did we go into it's Lava? And we're thinking, is this a lesbian bar? Like, 'cause I don't know. I don't know why we thought Lava lesbian. I don't know. It started with an L. And then we literally like
magic triangle energy in there.
We leaned over to this bar that was full of these really beautiful women, and we're like, "Hey, is this a lesbian bar?" They're like, "No, it's ladies' night, you idiots." And we're like, "Oh, okay, thank God." We're like, "We're veterans, woohoo!" Anyway, I ended that night. I was so fucking blitzed, and my crew, like, we got lost. We got separated.
Yes, that's the best.
I had like $8 to make it. And I was like, I don't know how to get back to this hotel that the convention was at. And I was like, I approached a taxi. I was like, bro, this is every last dollar I got. Can you get me to this hotel? And he's like, I got you. No problem.
What a legend.
I know. And he gets me there. And then
pour one out for the homie. Looking out for the boy. Let's get one for that taxi
thank
driver.
You, Abdul.
Let's get one out for that taxi driver right there. A lot of taxi driver saves in my time in Korea too. John knows what I'm talking about.
And I could not find my key card to get back into the hotel. And this is the Hilton, 5-star Hilton. I believe it was the full name of the hotel. 5-star Hilton is where this convention was at. I couldn't find my key card, so I literally slept in the bushes.
Was it in any way, shape, or form associated actually with the Hilton, or was it literally called the 5-star Hilton and it was just a ripoff?
I don't know. I don't remember. It was. I mean, literally on Google or whatever. Actually, was Google even a thing then? I don't know. It was like
Ask Jeeves or something.
Yeah, it was.
What did you map quest it?
There was, because there was other Hiltons in the area. This was the
where my old people
4-star, whatever it was called.
Where my map questers at? Where you at? Raise your hand. Where my map questers at?
DuckDuckGo was told me. Anyway, I was like, all right. So I literally slept in the bushes. These bushes are so thick. I slept inside the bushes all night long. And then I walked back in, and they were like, one guy caught me. One single person caught me. They're like,
you almost got away.
Did you just come out of those bushes? Did you sleep there last night? I was like, yeah, I was fucked up. And they're like, all right, come get a drink with us. And they took me out to their area, and I got
temporarily
fucked up
always
and then,
drunk. Mr. Tengu once again coming in with the saves of the day. I love you, Tengu. You're always good for a laugh or two. Appreciate you, boo.
Yeah, but on that taxi drive back home, I ran into what would be my team leader later on when I moved to the 1504, because I was in 505 at the time, he was leaning out the window in full Class A's because they told him he didn't meet the attire to get into a club. So he went and put on all his Class A's to get into a club. So they were back to their hotel too, and he's leaning out the window just going, woo! And I was like, oh shit, that dude's fucked up. I'm fucked up too. All right. And then later on, he told me the story and I was like, dude, I was right. Like, I remember that. I know that story.
I've got a great one to tell you. I'm not going to use names because there are people present who know who I'm talking about. Probably. But this would be my first real big boy TDY. Temporary deployment to another base from Shaw Air Force Base. We got temporarily deployed for Operation Combat Archer to Panama Beach City. And boy, was that a fun night and fun time. Unfortunately for me, I was 19, so I could not drink. And my captain, who never spoke to me directly, ever, my maintenance commander, effectively, he came over and he said, your job tonight, Airman Lindley, is to watch this guy. We'll call him Schmad Schmortmaus. That's what we'll call him. And Schmad's he's known for doing wild stuff. And my job was to just not necessarily stop him from doing wild stuff. My captain there was at least understanding and knowing that I probably couldn't stop him from doing anything, just to kind of keep an eye on him, not lose track of him. So when we needed to track him down, we at least had somebody with eyes on and could report him.
Sure.
Right? That was my whole job. And I remember very specifically, we go to Panama Beach City. We're on the beach itself and we're bar hopping. Not even bar hopping. We go to the first bar. It's a tiki bar. It's a big thatch roof, 2-story wraparound thing with like a VIP level on top. And then a big like hollow square or hollow rectangle central bar with a couple of bartenders in the middle and a bunch of drinks on the outside. And within 10 minutes of arriving, or at least what I recall, and this is, bear in mind, this is 20 years ago, what I recall to be about 10 minutes, Schmad, old Schmaddy boy here, is naked, dancing with some 70-year-old fucking homeless guy on the top of this bar. I'm dead serious. We're talking helicopter dick. We're talking Batwing. We're talking every single profane move, bending over, chocolate starfish shit, everything. And immediately, guess what happened, Scott? They were kicked out.
Somebody vomited.
No, they were kicked out immediately. Right? So my job is to take old chalky starfish over here and keep him corralled, right? And so I say, Schmad, you want to go for a swim? Should we go swimming? Should we go have some fun in the... Because I'm from Minnesota, okay? I don't know what
you're
tide
excited about
is.
warm.
Like, to me, a tide is a detergent.
You're just happy the water's warm.
Yeah, exactly. We're in the fucking Gulf of America, for Christ's sake. This is my first time there. It's dope as hell. I can't even see the water. It's pitch black out. It's like it's like 10 o'clock. Well, Schmad, old Schmaddy boy, he thinks this is a great idea. In fact, he thinks it's such a good idea, he should improve upon the idea. Scott, he decides that not only is he going swimming, he's going whale hunting. And Schmad gives me the old slipperoo. I lose him. My one job for the night is to keep track of Schmaddy boy, and he is gone. He becomes the invisible ninja and just, and just ninja vanish. He's gone. So you can imagine, as an E2, little old mosquito wing here, me out here, my captain, for the very first time. That was their first
mistake, by the way.
For the very first time ever, my captain has spoke to me directly and has tasked me, my one job, don't lose this guy. Well, I have now currently lost this fucking guy. I'm not feeling the greatest. I am not up to it. Spinnakers, you know it, bud. You know it. Well, here comes Schmad. Here comes Schmaddy boy with So I'm now like panicking, right? Sorry, I fast forward a little bit too much. Spoiler alert, I meet back up with him. I run off the beach and there's a sporting goods store. John, I'm sure you can remember this. There's a sporting goods store like a mile and a half up the road off the beach. And I catch Brad. You know who I'm talking about. I catch him coming back with a wetsuit on, a pair of flippers, and I shit you not, a fucking spear.
Yeah, of
He
course.
was not
of course
kidding.
they'd find a spear. Of course.
He was not kidding. He had like a harpoon spear, flip-flops, and a wetsuit. And as the night goes on, he did a little swim.
Yeah.
He had a bit of an accident. We're not going to specify what happened, but there was an accident that happened.
Jellyfish on the penis, I'm assuming. So,
confirm nor deny. Nope, we're not going to. And we get Schmad back to the hotel. Schmaddy boy we're staying in
Schmad, by the way, sounds like a weapon system of some kind.
It does actually.
Like Schmad.
Yeah, they deploy Schmad. Yeah, it does actually.
The Schmad incoming.
Well, so a lot of you guys go, boy, Tundra, this story couldn't get any worse. And I would challenge you to reevaluate your look on life because Discord just turned off.
It's okay. Not been in the military.
Yeah, you've never been in the military. Understand that if you're lower enlisted in the military and you ask yourself constantly, there's no way this can get worse, false. It can always get worse and very often will just get worse by default. Anyways, how my night got worse was this was not Panama Beach, Tyndall, excuse me. I was struggling with the Air Force Base there. Tyndall Air Force Base is not an insignificant base. It's a very large base. And their visiting quarters, their hotel on base, is not small. It's quite a few rooms, hundreds of rooms, as a matter of fact. If I remember correctly, I tell the story as if it's hundreds of rooms. And here we go. I say, Brad Schmad, excuse me. Where's your room, buddy? And remember, Schmad has had a night. He is just he's in another place. On another plane of existence.
He's in the pocket dimension. Yeah, right? He's in the pocket dimension.
Yeah, he's in the upside down. He's right there with Will and the Demogorgon, or at least he believes so. So
Mr. Hand is reaching out to him. Gotcha.
Yeah, there's Schmaddy boy. I ask him, what room are you in, buddy? Fortunately, I've got him back. My job is almost complete. Like, I see the finish line, and I know that we're almost there. And boy, I was so wrong. Schmad doesn't know what room he's in. And I say, Schmad, you sure you don't know? Because there's a lot of rooms. And this is the first time my captain has told me to do anything, and I'm damned if I'm gonna fucking drop the ball on this one. Because I do believe, like, not weeks prior to that, I received a very, very heavy slap on the wrist for forgetting to pull the pin on a landing gear one time and causing an in-flight emergency on a $20 million aircraft. So I was walking on thin ice. Like, I was not going to fuck up. I was getting this done. So I was fully prepared and committed to spend the entire night guarding Schmad and making sure he was breathing in the morning. Where we end up going with this is Schmad doesn't remember where his room is. So we decide to take the guaranteed route. We go, all right, 0001, start scanning. Boop. 0002. Boop.
No.
0003. Boop. 0004. Boop. 0005.
No.
Boop. 0006. And on for hours and hours and hours.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 3 hours go by. And I look down in just abject frustration. I shake my head.
Tyler, no.
And I hold my hand. I hold my hand specific. I remember holding my hand just like this because it's a little drizzly out. This is Florida in the pan. And I catch what Schmad is holding in his ever so wonderful hand that I love so much, Scott. I love his
different
hand,
hotel.
and I love the memory of this. No, it's his cat card.
So he's been, he hasn't.
It's his military ID that he's been swiping for the last 3 hours in all of these rooms. So Scott, do you know what I do?
Leave him in the hallway and say good luck.
No, I don't. I don't because they taught me. They drove home the point to me.
Can't leave your battle.
Service before self, integrity in all we do. Okay, excellence and all that fun stuff. Scott or Bumby knows what I'm talking about. You thought I forgot? I went to 0001. And then 0002.
You went back to the beginning.
And then 00003. But I made sure to look every time to make sure he's scanning his fucking hotel card. And would you love to know that on 0014 we got it? But the night doesn't stop there, Scott. The night does not stop there.
No, you couldn't lock him in his room?
No, because he walked away from this with a facial injury that I haven't told you about him getting yet.
Oh, no.
Home stretching it, light at the end of the tunnel, all the proverbs, saying like persevere and things will do well for you. That's all bullshit, dude. This ended in a disaster for me. Schmad very triumphantly celebrates by exuberantly entering his now trashed hotel room and sees himself in the mirror. And decides it's time to fight.
Okay.
Oh, it's time. Yeah. It's go time.
Okay.
It's go time. And fortunately, he does not attack the mirror. I get him. But in the process of doing so, his outburst causes him to kick the mattress off the box spring. And in the process of doing that, completely lose consciousness all in one fell swoop. And he went face first onto the hard box spring, hands at his sides, like you see in people in formation when they lock their knees, like that.
Sure. Yeah, just
and
out.
Just ate every piece of that box spring that he could. And that's when I said, I did my job. Called the cap and said, I got him home. You might want to send an ambulance. I didn't really say that. I actually didn't call the captain. Obviously, I would never do that. I called my boss. And I said, boss, we're probably going to want to talk about this one. And we did. Me and old Slim. And he said that was, I remember very vividly in the most slim fashion. Only Bumby will get this one. But he said, Tyler, Tundra. He didn't say Tundra at the time. He said Tyler, Lindley. That's a great example of what not to do.
I do. Elijah coming in with I've
love
Tyler
you, Schmad.
Durden myself just like that.
What's that?
Elijah saying he's Tyler Durden himself just like that. So yeah.
It is the literal most, like one of the most, like outside of like almost losing my life and things like that, like one of the most memorable nights of my life. That Spinnaker's night with old Schmad Schmorschmausch. Old Schmad.
I've been there.
Love him.
I was a good boy. I was a good boy in the military. I didn't get in trouble a lot. The most trouble I got in, I had two things that almost got me in Article 15 outside of stuff that I should have been caught and didn't. But the two, I got one time we were in a change of command, blah, 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 blah. I didn't show up for formation exactly on time. I was a little late and I missed something, but I got an Article 19, which is not Article 15, blah, blah, blah. And then the closest I ever got to an Article 15 on record was I went with my buddy. We went to Myrtle Beach.
Well, that's a dangerous spot. That's a dangerous spot.
Might remember this.
Myrtle Beach will get you. Got a lot of people.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
No, it wasn't anything crazy. So what it's the dumbest thing ever. And so we went to Myrtle Beach. We're going to the beach. We put sunscreen on, but it had been so long. You're in the military. You were always wearing your top, whatnot. It's been the first time I had been topless.
Hell yeah. You show them titties.
In like a year and a half, 2 years.
Let them breathe, Scott.
We go. We're doing body surfing. We had a great time. We were only out there for maybe 3 hours total. We were drinking what's the Jamaican beer? Red Stripe.
Oh,
We were
okay,
drinking Red Stripe. We got yelled at. We got yelled at by the beach cops because they were in glass bottles. So you can have glass bottles. Oh, okay, sorry. Wasn't that? I was in a whole thing. We're on our way home, and I start to realize I am sunburnt worse than I've ever been in my entire life.
I remember you telling me this.
I have said this before.
Yep,
I was so sunburnt. I was blistered across my body, like just fucked up. And so we get back. It's Sunday. I'm not full, like it's just red. I'm like, okay, I've been sunburned. It's fine. I'm in California. I know how to deal with the sunburn. A little bit of lidocaine, no problem. And then, okay, so I was gonna ask Will if he remembered this, because this would have been like probably our first like true interaction together.
Thanks, Polly.
We have a jump. We have a jump on Monday. I'm literally like blistering, but it's North Carolina. It's not dry, so it's wet, and I literally have blisters that have pools of sweat in them.
That's disgusting,
I could shake
Scott.
my body, and
no, I don't need that picture. We can move on. No more details needed. We understand. That sucks.
I was scraping away layers of skin. and so
you,
like,
we were soldiering it over here, like just fucking shedding layers, or
oh, and they're strapping me into the harness, and I'm just like, okay,
oh my God,
I'm dealing with it. And they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I just got a little sunburn. And they're like, you don't seem okay. Like, I'm not sweating because I'm so sunburned. I'm not sweating. Everybody else is sweating. And they're like, we should probably check you out. And I'm like, no, it's fine. And they literally like, no, we got to check you out. And then they like make me open my top and show, and I'm just like,
oh my God, Scott.
like I still have scars. Like I'm so covered up, I can't.
Nobody wants to see your back hair. No, we're good. We'll take your word on it.
It's literally like scars on me still, and they're like, you're not jumping. And so they made me go in front of the first sergeant, and they're just like, how did this happen? I'm like, bro, I don't know. I've lived in California. I know how to deal with sun. I put sunscreen on, but I'm also not used to the ocean. And I went swimming in the ocean and didn't realize I need to reapply, even though it was overcast out. The sun's just as bad. I know about overcast.
Effectively, you walked up to the first sergeant and you go, hey, first sergeant, what happened? You see, what had happened was I had a great learning experience.
Yeah, no, literally. And they're just like, we're going to give you an Article 15. And I'm like, you got to do what you got to do. And I guess I was just so pathetic and just like, so like, I
got nothing here. Like, I understand. I get it. We're fucked. Okay. Let's just roll. Let's do it quick.
That's literally kind of what came down to it. I was like, guys, you got to do what you got to do. It happened. I don't know what happened.
I know. Oh God, we're on such a huge stream delay. But Bumby, when you hear this, man, I was thinking of old waving dolls there many a nights. Yep. At Myrtle Beach, talking about him driving back literally one-handed the whole way down the fucking, I can't remember what interstate it is, but my God, he cracked me up, Bumby.
But I didn't get an Article 15. They did take me off the jump. They're like, okay, you're going to go hang out with the other Article 15 idiots and go sort ammo or something. I can't remember what I had to do that day.
So you were getting like scared straight, effectively. You were getting the treatment, but not the actual discipline.
Yeah, they didn't want me to jump. They wouldn't let me jump. I was like, dude, I'm going. I don't care. I'll do whatever you guys are doing. Yeah, my skin is sloughing off in giant handfuls of patches, but I'm gonna do it. That's fine.
Look, Scott's parachute is Scott.
God, that probably would have happened.
You could patch your parachute if you had a hole. You just shuffle off a layer like a fucking lizard.
The end story is, it's like literally like, I think it was just after I kind of had gone over the sunburn. It was like about 2 weeks later, I got my good conduct patch.
I thought you were going to say I got a good condom.
No, I got my good cut because I hadn't had an Article 15. If you guys don't get an Article 15 in 3 years in the military, you get a good conduct.
That's
patch.
an award. That's an award for real people.
Yeah. And so I got that, and
not to say the Air Force it was better, by the way.
It was just before we deployed, and our everybody
fucking up. It's such a participation trophy, but fuck. Okay, whatever. Keep going, Scotty. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. It was like we were having like hey, we're getting deployed. We're congealing as a team. There's some fuck ups. We're leaving them behind. Whatever. I don't trust any of you unless you've had an Article 15. And like everybody around's like, yeah, I've had an Article 15. I've had an Article 15. And I'm sitting there like, I never had an Article 15. I just got a good conduct. He's like, and then literally like 2 sentences later, he's like, except for Pig, because that motherfucker deserves one, but he seems to get out of it every fucking time. He's like, so you got like, I don't trust that motherfucker.
You're like, no, you should be like the sleeper agent. They should insert you into the goody two shoes club, and then you should wreak havoc from within.
Stolen valor. I got the stolen valor
E4
version
Mafia
of
stolen valor is what you got.
Yeah.
Good job, Brandon Herrera.
I don't trust any of you motherfuckers if you don't have an Article 15, except for Pig, because we all know he deserved one. But I trust him more because he got out of his. So that was always like I never got an Article 15 my entire time in the military. Even though I probably deserved one.
Full ass Article 15, but much like yourself, I found myself in scenarios where I could have earned them many times. Fortunately for me, none of them were ever actually put forward because for whatever reason, my flight chiefs liked me. I got lucky there, I guess. And the 36
Champ Shield, baby.
Great leadership over there. Very understanding. Thank you to all of those fine folks with rooftop stripes over there in Korea who tolerated me as I was fucking up constantly, but having a great time doing it. Love you guys.
Will nails it. That was back in the time when you needed at least one AR-15 and a divorce to make E7. So
yeah, there you go.
And I would argue a DUI. You needed a DUI as well.
That was a lot of prerequisite here for us in the Air Force as well.
Those three. Yep. Oh man, we keep growing in audience. Thank you guys for the 6,000 people watching us on Rumble.
Folks, if you guys are watching here on any platform and you're liking what you're seeing, consider hitting the follow button. My name is Tundra. I go by Tyler sometimes. And I am your host here of the World's Okayest Gun live stream. We are firearms adjacent right now. We're kind of late in the show and we're hanging out. Scotty's our co-host. Scotty, wave to the camera for the people that can see you. Scotty is a co-owner over at Precision Holsters. If you order a holster from them, he is the one. Literally him, always, 100% of the time makes your holster. So put your hands together for your boy. If you like those Precision holsters, give them a shout out. If you don't and you want to check them out, code Tundra10 gets you 10% off. They do not pay me to say that. I just happen to use their holsters, and Scott is a good buddy of mine. I like to patronize my buddy's business and try to send some people over there. So don't take that as a shill or anything like that. They just make good shit.
And I love you, Goku. Do not go to Precision Holsters. That will take you to a totally different website, which we have had issues with. Precision is a magnetic, really shitty magnetic holster that you can put in your cars, is what they're designed after. And we have no affiliation with them. You want Precision holsters. But thank you,
what
Goku,
else we got
for
from the chatsicles tonight? What do we know? Any other good talking
there you go.
points?
Thank you, Goku. Oh, I probably have missed so many.
Do not post. Pull that from fucking YouTube right now, Goku. You can't post that to YouTube. Period. Thank you. Every other place is fine. Yep. Do not ever post any links on YouTube ever.
Yeah, they're weird. Let's see. What have I missed? I'm sure guys at Camp Pendleton got page 11 entries for sunburn for being unable to perform duties. Yeah, so that's why. If you guys don't know, if you haven't been in the military, a sunburn is basically damage to government property, right? If you can't perform your duties, you can get big trouble. If you injure yourself through, let's see, if you're training, it's not a big deal. But if you are doing leisure activities, that's what the rugby guys. There was I don't know if you guys had
to yourself effectively.
Yeah, but the guys that were on the rugby team, and a lot of them were the Samoans. I don't know how big the Samoan population was, but on Fort Bragg there was a large Samoan population, and they all played rugby. And anytime they come up injured, they'd
a good
they'd
night.
punish you.
Fuck, dude, Korea was the best. It was just the best. I've told so many goddamn stories about Korea. 90% of them have you involved in them. It was the best. Everybody has that one, like, hopefully in the military, they have that one station or that one TDY or that one bit. I was lucky enough to have a whole fucking time, good long year plus over in Korea. And boy, that was awesome. A lot of good drunk nostalgia happening.
A few people saying they'd like to tell some stories, but their wife won't let them.
Fair enough. That's understandable. A little OPSEC, a little off-base OPSEC, never hurt anybody.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, me and Real Wills, he's over on Twitch mostly, but he's also posting in the other chats. We served together in the 1504, and we deployed together in Iraq, and we got some really good stories there. Corn Dog, my sister-in-law was a Marine. She got drunk and rolled her ankle on her birthday, broke her ankle, then got medically discharged.
Oof. Force reduction.
Did she get in trouble or just discharged? Oh, man. Well, in the airborne, everybody, so many people got freaking discharged from broken legs or spines. That's about the worst jump I ever had. I didn't get hurt. The worst jump I ever had, I had a midair collision with another trooper. Douglas was his name. And Michael Douglas, I believe, was his full name.
Was he having a bad day or?
No,
I mean, you could say he was falling down. Hold on, where is it? Where is it, Tundi? Where is it? Hold on, fuck! Don't leave me hanging. Oh, fuck.
So if you guys don't know, when you're exiting, I think it was at a C-17, but it might have been a C-130. It doesn't matter. They try and stagger the exits, right? Because if you both exit out of the back of the aircraft, you will come around and then you immediately get sucked back together and will collide in the back. So it's up to the jump master is supposed to hold you back to a certain degree so that you guys are exiting offset, so you don't hit each other. Well, for whatever reason, that didn't happen. We came around, immediately hit each other. Our chutes are deployed. It's not like we're falling just uncontrolled, but we've slammed together. We're tangled, and they teach you disentanglement techniques. So it's literally the technique is you put your foot against the chest of the other guy and you push away. We're tangled up worse than that. That's not working. So we're going down a ways. He hit harder than me. I think we hit helmets. And he's only kind of conscious. We get disentangled just before we hit the ground. He hits, and he's out. He's out cold. I was not out cold. I landed fine. I was not that affected. So I pop my chute. I run over to him and I'm like, holy shit, that was crazy. This is fucked up. This is the first time that's ever happened to me. And he's out. He's making the fucked up, like, knocked out noises.
I hate that I'm laughing at that, but hearing you Hux like suck in like a heave like that is fucking hilarious,
dude. That's how I felt about it. I'm like laughing. I'm like, oh, this dude's fucked up.
You're just like, I'm watching someone die, bro.
And so, but he's getting dragged across the ground because he's knocked out. And so there was enough wind, he's starting to drag. So I literally go over and I step on his chest.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, get it going.
To get him to stop. And so I'm not
trying to smother him.
I'm just trying to get him to not move across the ground.
What's his name? Douglas? Douglas, just let it go, brother. Just let it go. Go to the light. I'm trying not. Go to the light.
He's getting dragged. He's making these god-awful noises.
Is he making noises? You remember the lady? I'm sorry, I gotta do this. You remember the lady who was mashing grapes with her feet and took the header? Was he making noises like that?
That is pretty much exactly, but in a more manly voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but from a grown man. Yeah. Yeah, he's doing these god-awful noises.
He's making deep throating noises.
So I literally step on his chest so he'd stop moving. And I pop his chute, right? And he immediately, as soon as I pop his chute, because it's not a clear motion, and he goes, ah! He starts yelling. And I'm like, oh, he's just knocked out. He's fine. He's fine. It's just he's making these. It's fine. Because I'm like, okay, maybe.
I knew that was coming, and it still gets me when you do that fucking voice.
Yeah, Will's like, you don't understand. I'm trying to help
Scott,
you.
I'm literally, I don't know if you can see this. I'm shedding tears.
And so
I'm
we
crying.
go up.
I'm tearing up. Oh.
Again, I just think he's been knocked out. And I'm just like, all right, he's fine. He's fine. He's fine.
Oh.
We start doing the like chest rub. Sure. I can't remember what they call it.
Give him the old.
You're trying to wake somebody
noogie.
up. Oh, and then so then he wakes up mid that, and again, like
does he think
just a scream.
Him off?
No, he's like instantly mad and in pain. So it's just just the sounds that came out of this guy was just terror. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to help.
I need a timeout. I can't see. Oh, my side hurts. Scott.
I'm sorry. This is just what happened. This is. We're not even to the bad part yet. We're not even to the bad part.
Ow. I'm good. I'm
much worse.
I'm good.
I mean, okay.
It's not the story. It's that goddamn scream.
Oh no!
Whenever you do it just tickles my funny bone, man. Oh shit.
So we start pulling his harness off. Again, he starts making all these noises. He's not making any sense. We're like, bro, you're just knocked out. You're fine. You're fine. Get up. We're trying to tell him like, hey, just get up. He's like, he's making the worst. I mean, you'd love it if your lady might make these noises. That's what I'm saying. Right, like, he's making all sorts of fucked up noises, and we're like, oh shit, he might actually be fucked up.
I can't. So I can't risk taking it. I might do a spit take, dude.
And so, like at this point, like there's so many of us standing around him now. The medics start running over. And they're like, no, you guys need to give him space.
Oh,
his
shit.
eyeballs are doing weird shit. And we're just like, he just got knocked out. He's fine. Well, so they're like, no, you guys go do your thing. You're all fine. You're fine. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I didn't get knocked out. And he's like, okay, just you guys all go back, do your thing. We had a ruck march to get back to the barracks. He shows up. And he wasn't in my platoon or anything like that. He was in another platoon. I didn't know him. So I'm like, I didn't keep track of it. But at some point, it was about 2 weeks later, this guy shows up in a fucking full body brace with like the neck thing around him and all this shit. He's full this is what you see like people that have like been in fucked up car accidents have been in. He shows up, and I'm like, and I couldn't see his name tape. I'm like, that guy looks familiar. What happened to that guy? They're like, oh yeah, he had a jump accident. And I'm like, holy shit!
No,
that's that guy.
It's not.
And so he
Dougie.
turns out he full on had broken his back, neck injuries,
totally
concussion.
Fucked.
Oh no, yeah, med boarded out. As far as I know. I mean, he literally showed up.
Can we pour one out for Dougie? Let's raise it for Douglas. For Douglas. For our boy Douglas. And for Schmad.
Thank you, boy.
He probably needs help wherever he is.
Schmad. We need that as a defense system. But yeah. That poor guy. Oh, and I'm like, did I do the wrong thing? And like almost all the medics were like, no, that's what I would have done too. You gotta stop him from getting dragged across the drop zone for one, and then
That
you
sucks.
didn't know his back was fucking broken in 3 different places.
Yeah, it's not like you got fucking Superman
concussion.
X-ray vision here.
Yeah, and I'm like, well,
the good old
that's on the
80
jump
second,
master.
huh? Just jumping out of airplanes, just like it's your job.
Well, yeah, Will tell you he is a jump master. You gotta control your guys.
I almost
if they
said
go out the
Jill
same time.
is a wump master. Yes, he is. He is. Knows all about wumping.
That 100% deserves a 100% disability rating. Yes. I'm sure he is getting well paid because that man,
we've gone down some unintentional story time avenues here. We're still rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Chats are going strong. What do you guys want to talk about tonight? Let's keep her rolling. Keep her moving.
I'm down. I had like
I gotta
3
pee
Red
again.
Bulls
I
before
broke
we
the seal
started.
a fucking hour and a half ago, and now I gotta piss again. So
We'll
figure it out. Tell us what you guys want to chat about. We'll go with the first interesting topic in the chat when I come back. Stand by. Keep them going, Scott.
Yeah. The other really good one was so when I first got to the 82nd, I was E2. I was pretty much E3. You get between E1 and E3 very quickly. It's like it was only like a year and a half in before you go from E1. Even if you started in basic as E1, you're E3 very quickly. But when you get to 82nd, like, okay, you need jumps. So they have like these kind of like onboard, like free, anybody who just shows up can jump every Saturday. So they were like, I want you to get as many jumps as possible. So I would just go. Like first year I was in, I went like almost every Saturday. I wasn't going out, wasn't looking for, snatch or nothing like that. I was just going in and just going jumping. And so I had something like 40 something jumps within a year and a half. And outside of our normal regularly arranged jumps. And one of the times it was kind of a similar situation to the last one. I wasn't the person he collided with. That was my only mid-air collision, or I never got hung up in a tree or anything like that. Although maybe Will's probably got more jumps than me. He might have got caught up in a tree. Let's hear from him. But we had the jumper in front of me. Those two collided. We land again, like one guy was perfectly fine. The other dude fucking knocked out completely. So we go up to him, and again, he's getting dragged by his chute, but it wasn't that windy. So we were able to I didn't have to like stomp on his chest or nothing. I just went over, popped his chute. He's knocked out. And we're all like, well, what do we do? We were so far out. This is Gala jumps. They're Sicily and Gala, same drop zone, but different directions, blah, blah, blah. The biggest drop zone on Fort Bragg. So you can be really far away, like half a mile. What's the largest distance between? But we were way out there. There's nobody near us. And this guy's passed the fuck out. He's not waking up. We're slapping him on the face, trying to get him to wake up. This dude has a full mast fucking boner.
Hell
big time.
Yeah,
like,
came back at the right spot in this conversation. Let's go.
Yeah, I was just talking about another paratrooper knocked out on the jump, and we're trying to wake him up. And this dude has this dude must have been the Italian stallion. This dude has the biggest fucking boner under his ACUs.
Good for him.
And we're just
he's living his best life.
We're all like, we're just like, do we wake this guy up or do we just appreciate? God damn, bro. And he was this really short-looking Italian dude. That's why I say an Italian stallion. He was just this little guy, but it was just this full mass tent in his pants. And we're just like, what the fuck is going on? And we're just like, and we didn't. It wasn't like the time of cell phone cameras or nothing, but we were just like, this would be the time to take a picture. So just so we could show him, be like, dude, this is what you were doing while you were passed out. But
he was living his best life after that jump.
Yeah, I don't think there was 5 kilometers long, 3K wide. Thank you, Will. Yeah. So yeah, it's a big drop zone, Gala and Sicily. So if you're dropping, north to south. Is it north to south? North to south, it's Gala. South to north, it's Sicily. Whatever. I don't remember what it is, but that's how the drop zones work on on 82nd. One direction is one name. The other direction is another name. But you just didn't want to drop on Anzio. Anzio literally had like tank traps and like barbed wire and like really fucked up like fence posts at one end of it. Ooh. So if you got dropped one direction, apparently people got other way around. Thank you, Will. Okay, I had it backwards. But yeah, I think it was Anzio and Salerno or something like that. They had literal tank traps at one end. Traps. And tank traps. And
so I'm just
you didn't want to land
from
on
within
those.
Here. I'm trying to listen. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
And barbed wire. Like you could give Anzio and Holland. You got it right. Thank you, Will. See, Will was a jump master. If you don't know, he's the big dog there. So I'm relying on his knowledge. Thank you. That was the worst one. The absolute worst one. You did not want to land on that. Although the rest of the landing was the most softest sand ever. But there was obstacles on it. So if you didn't land in the wrong spot, you were fucked up. And and Holland had the whole airfield buildings off to the side.
Yeah, you guys didn't specify very well. There are people who are thinking that you were talking about old dude's junk being 5 kilometers long, 3 wide.
Sorry, the drop zone.
You didn't
the drop
specify.
zone, the biggest drop zone.
It's the biggest fucking schlong anyone's ever experienced in their life, even including.
I still call my junk
mom.
the drop zone. I mean, I don't mind girls laying down on my drop zone.
It's barren. It hasn't been used in years. Triple B bonus boner blood loss. I love it. That's great.
We still me and Will keep talking about it. We need to get a veterans. We just need to do war stories. We just need military
you guys
veteran
do that every time you're over here. I just shut up and let you guys talk.
I know. It's hilarious. Tyler hates it. Tyler hates it because me and Will have 2 different conversations at the same time. We'll be answering different conversations and we'll be going back and forth.
There is an active rule that the 2 of them are not allowed to exist in the same Discord channel with me at a given time unless I request it. It just doesn't happen anymore. Because it's like the little brother trying to get in, fight for like scraps at the table. These 2 just start talking about 82nd Magic Land and
in code.
Yep, yeah. Exactly. And then I'm just like, all right, well, I guess we're just fucking along for the ride now, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just sit here for a while. Hi.
It's a little bit tolerable when one of us are on here.
Exactly. You guys are having conversation at a different altitude. I don't exist at that shit yet.
Yeah, it's at a different speed and whatnot. But I never had. Other than that, I never really had I never got injured during a jump. I mean, I'm sure I took damage, but I never got severely injured. Never landed in a tree.
Good man.
Never had a missed jump where they dropped me off the drop zone or anything like that. My whole military career was like that, though. I always skated past injury and whatnot. You didn't.
No, I did not. But that's for another story and another evening, good sir. I do not feel like ruining a good time by talking about that. What I will say is one of these days, you got to break out that old interceptor and the old helmet again and put that shit on just for the sake of the channel. Just so we can see all of the visualization of all of these fine stories come to its shocking fruition, maybe conclusion. I don't know. When you get to see that old the warrior Scott under that interceptor there, it's great.
We do it. Yeah, we'll get Will on here sometime. It'll probably be best to get Will on with Will's you.
Will's been on plenty of times. He's been our in studio producer quite a few times. We're lacking a little bit of equipment due to a lack of sponsorship and funding. By the way, hey, real quick heads up. If you or anybody you know wants to sponsor a segment of this show, would you guess what? We got open slots. You want to talk to me? Go hit me up at Tyler at tundratactical.net if you want to chat. Go ahead. I
got a question. Did I ever interact with the colonel that was in the 25th 25th before 82nd. So 25th is Tropic Thunder out of Hawaii. Those boys are really cool. I actually interacted with a few. So if there's a specific one you're talking about, you might have to name names and send it to me private, Cat Milk, because there's actually a few of them. There's a lot of guys that moved from the 25th over to the 82nd. But if we want to, I mean, it's not necessarily organized news, but after next week's show, I'm going to take a little break from the show.
Are you going to stick around for next week, or are you going to take a break next week? I thought you were taking a break starting next week.
So just before Christmas, next week, we're coming back. I'll be here. I'm going to take a few weeks off, and I'm probably not going to be back until after SHOT Show, you guys.
Yeah, but Scott, you will be joining us.
I'll still be here. Yeah. So I'll still be here in the chat, hanging out, maybe as a background producer. But Tyler's going to take over the show and maybe have some guests on or whatnot, depending.
You know, honestly, I think I'm going to try to solo this one and just bring it back to the good old days when it was just me in the chat talking. I've been doing off and on Thursday streams for like an hour and a half at a time,
and they've been good.
And they've been really fun and just kind of refreshing to do. So it's kind of this, back and forth on, chat kind of drives the direction of the conversation. We do try to stick a little bit more closer to the gun specific topics. But yeah, we're going to be trying to do that over the course of the next week when you're taking your break, and closer towards your return, we might try to bring on a guest or two. So we shall see. I like to kind of try to fly by the seat of the old pantaloons, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, most of January I'll be out, guys. And then, probably, after SHOT Show, the week after SHOT Show, I'll probably come back. No guarantees, exact dates or whatnot. I'm just taking a little break.
Leaving her up in the air, That's the nice thing about doing this content creation business is you can just kind of fuck off for a bit and say, you know what? I need some space from all this shit. Cause I feel that, dude. We talked about this the other day. It's like, you feel a little burnt out. You feel like you need a break. You've been doing this for free forever. Let's give ourselves some time to just go relax,
recharge the batteries, sit under the sun, hang out with the family a little bit more,
enjoy that fucking California goddamn weather, you fucking piece of shit.
In the middle of winter. Maybe I'll go skiing. I don't know.
I hate you so much. I'm so happy for you. You see my happiness right here? This is me being so
You're welcome to join us.
I would love to, Scott. I can't afford to get out to you. And if I fear that if I entered into the bounds of California, I might not leave. I don't know if I have warrants out there, dog.
Well, yeah, it would me neither right now. No.
Hey, do not look for this
guy. Any updates on the Japanese shooting team? I haven't talked to him, Cat Milk. We had a really great relationship for that the year before. They're not very public guys. It is what it is. They're really cool dudes that came over from Japan, shot in the IDPA championship stuff. It was really, really cool dealing with them. They were really happy with our holsters, and that was a really cool opportunity for us. But they don't talk.
Out of curiosity, it's have we checked in on Mr. Hoover this week? Has his camp surfaced and brought anything up and sent up a flare or a PR announcement or anything? Not to say that they should. I mean, Matt is very much entitled to his privacy, and if they haven't, that's totally cool. Just kind of passed over my brain there.
No, I haven't seen anything other than the last bit that he was getting out. So
leave him be.
That's all I've seen.
Maybe just leave him be.
It's why I thought he was out already, because I think he's just a private guy. I don't think he's not. So if you guys don't know, he was sent to jail. He was recently He was a straight up political prisoner under the Biden administration.
Yeah, out of the 2A administration, he was made an example of, and the government unfortunately decided to dig their heels in, even through a good bit of the first year of the Trump administration here. So he is out. He's unfortunately terminally ill, and trying to live his best life at a halfway house, engaging with his family as often as possible. And last week, I was attempting not to sound like pious. I kind of came off that way, and I apologize. But
not pious.
I watched. I kind of felt like I was a little preachy, but maybe, I don't know. maybe that's just me being hypercritical. So we were talking about how we were feeling a little guilty, a lot of guilty last week, that we kind of just forgot to talk about Matt. Like, we all knew he was in jail. We all knew he was a political prisoner. And we talked about when he went to jail, because that was beneficial for us. It got us clicks and it got us views. And we talked about when he got out of jail, because that was beneficial for us. And we talked about it because we got clicks and we got views. And then it kind of just connected. And I realized, I was like, that's a piece of shit move. And we should probably say something about that. I don't know.
For people who aren't putting his name together, CRS Firearms from YouTube, for bullshit reasons, did not sell. He promoted a product that was not a Lightning Link card. It was just an image, essentially. And they fucked him on it. It wouldn't work if you did cut it out. It was a lot of different things.
Proved, but decided to doctor the evidence anyways. Go on.
Yeah, political prisoner. He was just railroaded. So we felt really, we didn't
guilty.
We knew he didn't deserve to be in prison.
We didn't cover it. We didn't cover it because it wasn't. It didn't get us clicks. Of course, it just never registered on my radar. It was a moment for me where I realized that the integrity that I talked about a couple of times earlier in the show kind of got called into question, and I wasn't feeling great about myself yesterday, or not yesterday, last week. Excuse me.
Yeah, I think we all felt that way, but it's also, there wasn't anything to talk about. We all knew what the end of the story was,
and it's good. It's good,
and it was just a matter of
no new information. That's kind of good, in my opinion. Not to tell Matt how he needs to live his life, obviously, but I like the fact that if they're just keeping private, they're keeping private. We should let it happen and be cool. Like, it doesn't need to be.
That's how I feel about it. There was background legal machinations that we had no information of. And so, it got a little lost, but now we just hope Matt is just living his best life right now.
We do, bud.
That's all I got on that.
I think that's a good spot to wrap her. We're at midnight, baby. We ran this bitch into the ground. This is the first time we've run it all the way to midnight with energy too. Like, neither one of us are kind of dragging right now. I could still go. I can do 3 or 4 more of these. Let's freaking just run it into the marathon lane. No, I'm kidding. I am definitely not rolling. Bumby votes next.
It's 4-hour show. That's a good show.
I do agree.
From the chat, have you guys been entertained all night? I think we've had a good entertaining show all night. We've had a few of you come and go.
What are our
most
numbers?
Of you have stuck around.
You had mentioned that there were big numbers.
We're at just shy of 7,000 on Rumble. It's only gone up.
Outstanding.
And I don't have the numbers on YouTube and Twitch, but I'm sure they're doing fantastic.
I'm going to ask the Rumble audience. I don't normally do this, but I'm attempting to learn. I would love for the Rumble audience.
Are you not entertained?
To stick around with me for just a tick. I am going to try for the very first time ever. I have it in the system here. I'm going to try to play the Rumble rules here. I want to try to run one of these Rumble Studio ads to see how they play out on the viewer side end, but unfortunately it's just not letting me do it. It's saying studio not found. There it goes. Okay. So Arms List is a fantastic example of this. They are an option for me to run. I'm going to run this right now and we're going to see what happens. I don't know if this is like a click and it's an automatic play thing or if I got to read something, but I'm going to try it. So I'm going to ask you guys to bear with me as I learn something here and hopefully not fuck it up.
Let's experiment. Let's have fun.
Overlay URL. It should be there. Let's see. It says accept and
start.
I'm
watching.
Ooh. I'm genuinely trying to see this. Is it playing a campaign? Okay, I can see the overlay here. It says go to armslist.com/rumble and use coupon code rumble to get your first month of membership for only 99 cents. That's actually not a bad not a bad deal. I'm wondering though, it feels like this should be playing an ad of some kind. I apologize if this is not doing anything.
You got the QR code on screen.
There you go. Click on the QR code. Check out Arms List and armslist.com. If you like trading guns, right? It's a great place to list. We used to use Arms List for our challenges. A lot of our challenges that we used in the past. It's been pretty easy to sort things and find and identify stuff using their things, using their interface. as opposed
Find
to
a gun. Yeah.
some of the more other restrictive options out there. So check it out. See if you like it. And if you do, tell them Tundy sent you.
Perfect way to find a gift for Christmas.
There you go. Arms List and armslist.com. Check it out. I probably just got banned off of YouTube. Dead serious. That probably just shut my channel down on YouTube. Fuck them.
Probably. Fucking hey, YouTube. Fuck, we forget about that.
I don't give a shit.
I'm sorry, YouTube. That's where we're at with all this shit.
A lot of people don't know this about me.
We
Scott,
really don't care.
You can confirm this. We have earned a play button. We have earned all of that stuff over on YouTube. We put our time in. 121,000 subscribers.
In front of your shitter.
Where, yeah, exactly. Where does my play button live in my house? No joke.
Nope. If you sit on his shitter in the basement, right there off to his left, there's a shitter there, and that play button sits right in front of you while you're taking a big old dump.
Look at me just not giving a shit right now. Look at me just not caring.
Okay.
I'm not. I mean, I like getting paid. Don't get me wrong. I've said that many, many, many times. I will do a lot of stuff for $20, including making you real happy. All right, let's just be honest. I'm here for a lot of people's entertainment. I'm kidding. But what I will say is, I'm just sick of being taken advantage of, and run into the ground and being treated like a piece of shit for spreading a word that I believe to be true. So, yay.
Rumble, you guys.
Rumble gives me that opportunity with these reads to sponsor everything every time, and I don't know. Arms List just hops on board and says cool stuff, and we like to run it like that. So cool. I kind of like the simplicity there. I don't know if it counts. We'll have to get some I'll have to get some feedback from the Rumble team, because I'll be honest with you, the script that popped up on my screen was the hardest, tiniest little thing to read, and I couldn't see it, so I just kind of rolled with it. And we have used Arms List before, though, to effectively engine and power bits that we've done. It was called the Gun Broker Gun Buy Bracket Challenge. Doesn't always work out that way because it can be a little challenging on Gun Broker sometimes. So we've used Arms List in the past for that too. So they've absolutely been an integral member and part of Tundra Bits. They just didn't know it.
You're immediately getting called out. Mr. Tango saying this section sponsored by Tyler's Knee Pads.
Fuck yeah, dude. Homie gotta get paid. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Tango.
Baby.
Do you have kids? Are they both girls? And do they cost money? Because mine do. Sometimes you gotta wear knee pads, dog. And you gotta be okay with it in life.
Hey, if it's for Arms List, I have no problems with that. That's not somebody.
Well, yeah, it's
not Ridge Wallet
exactly. It's not exactly. It's not just like some like nameless. Well, it's a big kind of industrial name, but it's at least associated with the industry. Nope, no girls.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you, sir. Continue on without me. Leave me behind. I am lost, sir. Don't wait up for me. I'm already done. I'm surrounded by women. There's no hope. Yeah, exactly.
SS estrogen deploying.
Dear God, I have to try. Like I feel like I've got to talk in a deeper voice just to counteract. Just to counteract it all. In all fairness, my ladies do take good care of me, though. So
I don't know if you posted it. I can't remember where you posted it to. Maybe it was Facebook or just a Discord thing. Ellie just nailing her.
How awesome
quick draws.
was that? How awesome was that, huh?
Ellie, he's doing the.
I should be able to show this. Give me a second.
Oh goodness, it is delightful watching Ellie just nail her quick draw.
A lot of you guys know that my daughter is a pretty tight knit member of the channel. Here, I'm gonna have to put up the like oh shit screen because I don't know what kind of conversations we've had in the past, and I'm about to pull up our DMs. So I gotta pull up the oh shit mode. Give me a second.
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say I don't remember exactly where you put it. It must have been on Discord.
It's on Recast and it's on Discord somewhere, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Then we definitely
we definitely gotta pull it up. We gotta pull Recast on there.
We're not that spicy, but you could get us in trouble.
I just saw my AK pictures. Oh my God.
Oh goodness.
No, I didn't post it in AK or in Recast. I must have posted it in general then.
I don't remember where you put it.
I'm gonna try to find it.
But yeah. Let's see.
There it is. There it is.
Ready?
Kids never worked out for the wife and me. Oh, well, Mr. Tengusen, it's not for everybody. I have neither wife nor kids, so.
That's because you're pitiful. Sorry, sorry, Scott. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I love you.
No.
You know I love you.
No.
You know I love you.
No. Well, yeah.
You know I love
I'll
you.
adopt
You're my
him
sweet
when I
pea.
need him.
You're my sweet pea. You know you.
That's it. It actually sounds really
Scott, you're
creepier
so
now. I
happy.
used to say, well, when I want kids, I'll just rent them. I just rent my friends' kids when I need them.
You are very
now that sounds,
correct about that. By the way, that is what you do.
It's
Because
like,
you're a great uncle when you're over here.
Yeah, kids hang out. I'll go take care of them. We'll go out. We'll have some fun and whatnot. It's like, yeah, I rent them. I don't buy them.
So exhibit 1 here, Scotty was mentioning, this is my daughter, my eldest daughter, Ellie. Some of you might remember her, but she had a lot longer hair a couple of last time you saw her. Well, if you look real close, she's got her 6-shooter strapped, from shoulder down, and she's practicing with daddy. I was just wrapping up doing some ace virtual shooting. And so she's in the room doing the draws with me. And Scott, you're not wrong, dude. Check this draw out from my girl. She is 6 and she slays this. Look at this. She's in.
Good job. Don't look at me. Hands free. Ready. Up.
Look at the intensity. The intensity.
Good job.
She's crushing
you get
it.
Serious face.
I mean, she gets her eyes down the sights a bit.
Hands up. Ready. Up. Ooh.
Oh, it's so good.
What are we shooting at today?
I like she looks at her holster when she reholsters.
Yep.
Someday soon, huh?
Yeah.
She's copying what I
always
do.
look.
So I mean, I must be doing something right if she's copying good stuff. So I mean, she looks like those kids to me. She looks like one of those kids that you watch and you're like, oh shit, she was born to shoot. That's what she looks like to me. But I am a little biased. I am her dad, so I get to kind of say that and have that.
No, I've said it a million times. Women are way easier to teach than men. Way easier.
That was a fun one to record.
Yeah. I love that video. I love that video. She just up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That first draw she had, she was just
looks
whoosh. She got it out clean as a clean. Well, so the reason I recorded her is I caught her doing it. I didn't know she was doing that in the other room. She was doing it on her own, completely unprompted by me. Completely. I had wrapped up. The VR had been put up and away for like 20 minutes. And I can't even remember. I was either like coming out of the bathroom or another room, and I caught her out of the corner of my eye as I'm walking up to my computer, because right over here, where my computer is, right over here, out of my peripheral, I can see into my old office, which is now the VR room. First world. Yay. And there she is doing her ready drills, holstering and reholstering, starting with her hands up like this, and she's into it. Like I said, she's got that intense face. And everybody knows their kid, and when they're really trying, and my new favorite thing, I love this. I'm going to have a proud dad moment here. My new favorite thing about my daughter that I catch her doing from time to time, for the very first time ever, I catch her doing this. I catch her psyching herself up. It's so awesome. When she doesn't know I'm listening, because I try not to interrupt. I don't want to be like, oh, good job, Ellie. I don't want to. I want her to build this on her own. So I try not to interrupt as best I can. And so I'm listening on the other side of the wall. And she's just saying, it's simple kid shit. It's nothing wild. It's nothing profound. She's just saying, it's all right, Ellie. You got this. So to me, like, I understand that she's trying at this. Like, she's actually like giving it her best shot. She's trying to make, I'm maybe projecting a little bit here, but I would try to make an assumption that she's, trying to impress me a little bit. And that makes me like so proud as a dad to see her doing that. Not even with guns. Like, it's not the tool thing. It's the action that I'm proud of. I don't want that to be misinterpreted either, because I would be proud of her if this was any medium, whether that's hockey, basketball, even though basketball's weird. It doesn't matter. I would be proud of her around anything like this. It's super dope that she's copying me with the guns.
Oh goodness. I don't want to, I want this not to be creepy. But
it's not. You're Uncle Scott. You're Uncle Scott. We understand that.
His daughter will psych herself up. It's the most adorable thing. So She told me I was sick. So we were playing doctor, which is the most.
No, it's you're fine. You're fine. That's right. We've got the pass on this one. We understand the context.
You're sick. So she's like, okay, you got to go lay down. You're sick. And she would literally go over and talk to herself. How are we gonna? And she would be, and you could hear her. She'd be like, how are we gonna deal with this? Yep. He's dying. He's dying. We gotta figure out how to deal with this.
She's so dramatic too. No one's ever just like, oh, they need a Band-Aid. No, they're fucking dead, and I gotta learn how to save them.
Yeah.
She is so much my daughter. Everything's a fucking panic.
She wouldn't let me just be sick. Like, oh, cough. She's like, no, you're dying. Yeah, she'd come over and prep me. Like, no, you're dying. I need you to, she would give me like, she's like her dad.
She's over here. She's like, Scott, make me feel something. Life is boring. Like, I need entertainment.
No, you're not doing well. You really need to sell this to me.
Some of you might think that we're overselling this. Some of you might. And I understand. No. I understand that some of you might think that. A dad is allowed to be obviously proud of his daughter, but I can promise you, you will meet her. She loves coming on the show. Yeah. She's getting a little older, so it's starting to be a little bit more embarrassing. But she does come on the show, and at the second you see her on the show, you're gonna be like, oh shit, okay, I get it. Because she's a natural in front of the camera.
Oh,
she is such a natural. And she goes right into, she'll talk straight to you. She's the only 6-year-old that I know that gets on a camera, looks right at you guys, and she will start having a conversation. She doesn't know how to read, so I got to read it to her, obviously. But like, she's a great kid when it comes to this stuff. And to see her just doing the ready up drills, man, that was a good like Christmas spirit, like, that vibe, that feeling that you're always chasing during Christmas. I had that moment there.
Oh, and she's following you. She loves the Halloween dress up, all that stuff.
She's my girl.
She's your child.
She's
your child. And she looks like Meg. And then Riley.
I know Riley. Yeah, I got my genes in with that one.
Looks like you.
Jesus.
But I have no hopes that she's gonna be like your mom.
We don't know, man. We don't know. Riley's just turning out to be like a normal kid, right? I hate to use the term normal with my other daughter. You guys, okay. Some of you, there's probably actually very few of you that still know this because we've transitioned audiences so many times now since. But my first daughter, the daughter that we're talking about, Ellie, we call her. She was almost not. It was a very challenging birth and post.
26, 27 weeks. I can't remember. She was very small.
Very much closer to term. She was 36 weeks. It wasn't necessarily her earliness.
Oh, okay.
It was her size. She was 2 pounds 11 ounces.
Yeah.
And so it was just dicey.
That's why the bean.
Exactly. That's where the nickname Ellie Bean comes from. And so to see her just kind of doing this stuff, like, I know she's gonna be good. She's tiny. She's itty bitty, but she's not defenseless, and she's already looking at life like dad does. And it's a great thing for a dad to look at and go, you know what, I'm always gonna worry. Obviously, that's what a dad does. But I know that I feel like I'm doing my dad job right. Because when
strong personality.
Well, Scott, when we go outside and we cross the road, I say head and she says on a swivel. She knows, she picks it up, she understands, and she gets the point. She obviously doesn't know the reasons why we teach those lessons. The kids don't need to understand that. They just need to understand the concept of doing it. And yeah, it's just a good feeling to watch that happen organically. I didn't prompt that. I didn't ask her to pose for that. It was super fun. And I'm excited to brag about it.
We picked her from school. And every single teacher knows you, knows your wife, knows her.
Ellie.
Everybody, she is such a personality that
I'm just so fucking proud of her. She's awesome, man. She's awesome doing those drills and she's being part of the show. She's her own character, and she's her own main character in her own story. It's the best thing in the world, and everyone just lets it happen. It's the most shocking concept to me. Because I'm not used to being cute, right? I've never been treated as a cute human being, except for that one time. But we wonon't talk about that. Right? She gets to go everywhere, and everyone just hands stuff to her and just says, oh, no, just keep it. Just keep it. Just keep it. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, should I be like, sweetie, that's not the way life works? Or should I just let her, let her enjoy it. Still,
Oh,
jury's,
yeah,
out,
she's
jury's
a
out on
force.
that one, but it's I've seen
She's
the
a
effort
force.
on both sides, and boy, yeah, she is a force. You are correct.
Yeah, when I'm there at your house for we every year, if you guys don't know, we get to get together.
Mhm.
I'm usually there for about a week. To say no to Ellie is
tough.
It's tough. It's tough because you could be like, Ellie, I'm not saying no. You try not to say no. You're like, hey,
persistent too.
she is very persistent. It's like, hey, and she's very I mean, you give her a challenge.
And
You know,
she'll do it.
hey,
Yeah,
you
you're
want this? You know, you gotta do your numbers. You gotta do this. You know, can you do your letters? Start doing something, and she will give 100%, 120% effort to do it. She may not get it right, but she's trying. And
we're very lucky in this audience too, because we've built up. We've done this long enough to where you guys have gotten to watch our family grow, the Tundra Nation here. Yeah. And with myself, obviously Meg and I getting married, with Ellie coming along shortly thereafter, and now with Riley in the picture, you guys have gotten to watch this family expand and grow from, version 1 to 1 point, whatever we're at now. But man, it's fun to think that with this kind of support and these kind of, I can't believe that we still have 7,000 people watching us tell these really weird nostalgia stories, but I guess there's something to it. I'd probably watch this too. I just want to say thanks to you guys for sticking around. This is not gun talk at this point in time, but when Scott and I were talking, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago about how we wanted to see the show going forward, I think that Scott, you and I kind of finally settled on the idea of like a morning show style show that was about guns generally, but didn't always talk about guns. I like that freedom. Are you having fun doing this kind of format?
I mean, this is what I live for. I mean, it really is.
Like
just us chatting,
where we just kind of get to meander drunkenly around and explore those silly things that we've talked about many times. Just not with the camera on.
I mean, yeah, Tyler and I have many nights where we'll sit there and just chat with each other and hang out offline, just chit chatting. But a lot of the time we're like, you want to talk about this? Let's hold it for the show.
Exactly.
And so, but I enjoy this kind of stuff.
This afternoon. I will say this. I don't remember ever vividly, and maybe this was back still in the whiskey days for Tundy, but I don't remember the clarity or the picture quite so clearly as you painted your impact or your tangled up. I don't remember it quite so vividly as you were talking. I remember hearing the story. I just don't remember all those details. So, hey, maybe
Tyler's
I'm
heard
getting
most
better.
of this stuff before at one point.
I used to drink a lot of whiskey, folks. Don't remember much of the last about 5 years. Fortunately, I stopped doing that. Now I just drink a beer or two every show. I've walked back. It's Friday, Saturday, and I ain't no quitting bitch.
Sunday.
We're still going. We're still having fun, but I'm just not drinking as much. Still not sponsored by Northeast, by the way. Anyone want to reach out? Tyler at tundratactical.net. Northeast, I'm available.
Natty Daddy, send them to me. Brad Williams, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. Brad, what's up, baby? Thank you very much. Give them a sense of pride.
Red rum.
Make it easier. There you go. Yeah. I mean, that's what you want from your kids. It's not necessarily perfect knowledge and whatnot. It's just a sense of who they are. Get them out there.
Bradley. Thanks for that visual.
I grew up with a hot tub. I miss it. I loved getting a really nice hot tub, especially when it was cold out. Snowing, jump in a hot tub. Oh, nothing better than that.
There's a lot of there's some things better than that, but not a lot of things.
Yeah, well, I mean,
some things
you can do by yourself. I don't know.
Sure.
Maybe.
Yeah. What else we got in the chat? We got anything else going on in the chat arenas or anything else? Any other meandering stories we want to crush?
We're quieting it down. I think everybody's feeling it. A lot of people enjoying what we're just chatting about. Nobody really have it. I found the greatest love, but it's easy to believe I found the greatest love inside of me. Well, there you go.
We got some poets in the chat.
I am unattached and unafraid.
Scotty is we call him the Second Amendment's most eligible bachelor. He is 100% available, ladies.
Good luck with that.
I'm just
Good
saying.
luck with that.
There's a reason for it. There's a lot to tolerate here. But I will say this: you've got a fine human being, if I do say so myself.
I think so too.
He's available.
That's the thing is, I'm not looking to
ladies. I'll
expel
say this:
all human interaction.
I'm sick of hearing all this bullshit romantic stuff. Somebody fucking get this guy laid so he can get it off.
Tyler.
Yes.
Let's
No,
tell you.
I'm not a 1-900 number, Scott. Let's fucking stop this, okay?
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ.
With
With that, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time I got for you today. I'm not letting Scott lead me down this path again. Folks, I want to say thanks for watching it. Or tuning in, watching, wherever you're looking out. Check
Let's
it out.
go.
It's the world's okayest gun show. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to tune in every Saturday night, 9 p.m. Central, starting usually till about 11. But as you've seen tonight, anything can fucking happen. We got patches. We got a lot of love floating around out there. Make sure to hit the like button, the follow button, the subscribe button if you think we earned it. If you want to sponsor the show or know of anybody looking to sponsor the show, reach out, Tyler at tundratactical.net. And in the meantime, my goodest of good friends, I don't know, what's a clever catchphrase? Stay clapped or get strapped. Count the wrinkles in your balloon knot. Have a party old time and be good, solid fun. That's it. That's all I got to say.
Stay
I'm
classy,
drunk.
fuckers.
Peace. We're out. Sorry, I had to ruin it for everybody. Bye, folks. Love you guys. See you next week. That's what you get here.